Howdy. Now, this is the time when I'm curious whether the audio is good or not. And it seems like, let me see.
10 points for agility.
What could be the loudest thing to do?
This is order.
Okay. If it's not, then we're going to learn something today. Now the thing is that Xilonen coast is somewhere very near. And I was like, now at this point, about 15 minutes ago, I thought like, okay, I'm starting to stream. I just feel like it. So yeah, about that. So I decided to. Of course, I did not change. Whatever. Nothing happened until now, so no problem. What I was talking about. Yeah, I did not stream for a while, so I just forgot what to do at the beginning. But the thing is that, yeah, as I was thinking, then I realized that okay, but I don't have coffee, so I had to make coffee. Then I went to the bathroom very quick. Then I started the stream, but the microphone was, the stream was already going on at this point.
Come to for words of comfort or encouragement.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. While I was starting the stream, of course my microphone was like it's sometimes switching between like recording ultra loud, and that's going to be clipping, that's like bad, and between that moderate thing. Now I don't know if the audio changes. So is it in OBS, this anomaly, or this? I don't consider it a bug, because sometimes I was able to switch it without changing anything in OBS, or like it's just like adjusting the cable a bit, because sometimes that happens that it's required. Because if I don't adjust it, and sometimes it just starts cracking up and like having this distortion in it, and that's also because of the cable. So I'm not sure if the switching between the voice levels is because of the cable. I don't know that. But now it was the while it was for months on the lower end, today it is on the high end. So I had to adjust. But I did not test, because the stream was already on. So I did not test if it works.
But when it comes to weighing the
So if it's
costs
bad,
of your
it
actions,
is because of that.
ask away.
Zhongli has this thing behind him now. You should accept it. It's like his kink. Whoa, that was a book. Huh. Hey Pakal, what up? Is it just me, or is my belly not as big as it used to be? I think I was just imagining things. Meet again, about fighting the Abyss. Let's talk. The credit for our previous victory against the Abyss belongs to every single person of Natlan. It was a great victory, yet undeniably a temporary one. The Pyro Archon has visited several times after the war, inquiring about our casualties and providing strong support for our reconstruction efforts. However, she also emphasized that the Abyss has not yet been defeated once and for all, so we must stay vigilant. Thank you too for your care and contributions. I believe that as long as we all stay united, we will surely be able to persevere until victory is ours. Okay. Good luck for all your future endeavors. No book. Well, oh. Is something the worry?
Xilonen, good thing you're here. I'm wondering if I can...
Uh-huh.
Oh, the shelf on the left, second row down, first stacks on the right. That one's yours. And the garden hoe belongs to Ignal, and the hammer is Pakal's, so make sure you take the one that's yours.
I haven't even said why I'm here. But looks like you're about to head out for a break.
Break?
Yes, but I am going to take it right here. The temperature is just perfect today.
Huh.
Really? But doesn't it feel a lot hotter than usual? I really don't want to stay out in this heat.
Exactly. In hot weather like this, customers don't tend to stick around and talk when they're coming to place orders or pick up the goods.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here comes another customer. I'll just leave you to it then, and pick up my axe.
Okay. But the other customers are
Sure,
us.
sounds good to me.
She's probably thinking about the future because she has quite a sacrifice to make.
Hey, Xilonen!
What the fuck? What you doing there? I would have been caught there as well. I would be like, hey, Xilonen, could you just like do what you were doing before? It was all right.
Oh, traveler, Paimon! We meet again. Oh, you two seem to be in good spirits. How's your Pilgrim's Chronicle been? Run into any issues?
No, everything is fine.
Oh, good. It was also my first time receiving a Pilgrim's Chronicle, even though I've already turned it over to you. There are still a lot of things that could go wrong, so I wasn't sure if there'd be any issues.
So, what are the chances that something might still go wrong?
I mean, it's destined to something to go wrong. We're not even talking about the thing. What was the previous two parts about? Two acts. Did it even contain Xilonen? It didn't. It was that little girl. Is it connected?
Well, less than the chances of Mualani accidentally falling off a spirit way, I'd say.
Oh, well, that definitely would never happen.
Oh, definitely not.
I found the axe, Xilonen. Thanks a lot. By the way, Nichka's birthday's coming up real soon. Are you planning to visit her?
I've prepared a gift, and was just getting ready to take it to her.
You're not planning on giving the kid a full set of pliers again, are you? Or, let me guess, woodworking tools?
You'd give these kinds of things as birthday gifts? I like a set too. Where can I buy one?
Oh, yeah, I make these myself, and it's a lot of work. But if you like a set, I can make some time and forge one for you.
Great! We often camp out in the wild, but a set of Xilonen's tools would make pitching a tent and starting a bonfire a whole lot easier.
I wonder if after it, if we will have something to remember this event. Will it be like something of Xilonen's tools?
Well, still, I won't be giving Nichka any tools this year. She wrote me a letter saying that she'd like a copy of To Kill the Brave. The book is not what you call a bestseller, but luckily, I have a few copies in my collection. They were
Few?
really old editions that were published a long time ago, but they should still be readable.
Children her age love fairy tales. The last time I was at Tasoli's, I even brought Nichka.
Huh?
Wait, what did I bring her again? It must have been her favorite thing, but, why can't I remember it anymore?
Oh, cognitive issues.
Oh, it is quite hot today. Seems you're about to pass out from the heat. Do you even remember your own name?
My memory can't be this bad. It's just these last few days. I've been forgetting things for some odd reason.
Well, in that case, why don't you use the blaze gem inscription you have as a memo to engrave some important things to remember? After all, that inscription will never wear out, and it's easy to carry. I'd say that's quite a fitting use for it.
You do have a point, but my inscription is almost already full.
Your name is that long? Did you include all your relatives' names too? But that's quite a roast. Is it? Huh.
No. I engraved some wishes on my blaze gem inscription. You know, just some dreams that I have for the future and things I'd like to accomplish one day.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Tassoli has said that from an aesthetic point of view, it would be best for people to keep their inscription short, this blaze gem inscription was still made by a name engraver, the forger of ancient names themselves. Everyone thinks that the inscription she made might have some wondrous powers. So, many people who bought blaze gem inscriptions engraved their wishes and dreams on them, in hopes that they would come true.
Sounds kinda like a wish granter.
I'm talking about wishes in Genshin. I'm trying to figure out connections here.
But if you do that, won't everyone be able to see your wishes and dreams?
Was just wondering the same thing. Yeah, that could be a little embarrassing.
Don't worry. We usually ask Tassoli to add the inscriptions for us. She has a unique method of engraving. With her method, the light must be at a certain angle in order to see the text. Without the right angle of lighting, the blaze gem inscription will just look like a pretty stone.
That's true. In the end, a blaze gem inscription is essentially just a piece of rock. It doesn't have the power to grant people's wishes. Making wishes to it is like shouting into an echoing valley. The only one who will answer is yourself.
I mean, that is actually encouraging, I think. But it really it's like a mindset thing that if you are set to certain goals, then you can achieve them. Because if you don't make even that step towards it, then you're fucked.
But using it as a journal for your wishes is also fine. Carrying them with you and taking a look from time to time can be a good source of encouragement. Well, as long as you don't suddenly change your mind and want to take your wishes back, that is. These things are extremely durable. It would take a lot of effort to change the words. And I don't think anyone would willingly part with it either. They're not cheap and very hard to get. If you ever lost it, you'd just be filled with regret.
Doesn't sound good.
Still, it's really strange. Given Auntie's skill, how could it take so long for her to make one? Oh, well, I hope someone didn't give her an idea of making fewer and selling for more.
I know just the person who would do that. Sounds just like one of Shevan's schemes.
It's true. Chevin would totally have put that in her ear. Still, I don't think it's such a bad thing for Tassoli to make some money by selling these. At least she and little Nachka are better off now, and won't have to worry about the cost of treating her illness anymore. I was really worried about their family at first, and was even planning to send them some...
Again?
Huh? What was I planning to send to Nachka again? This memory of mine.
So what I remember, if I remember because correctly, because we had two... No, that was a different with the stones or whatever, those stone things that had to go in the... that opened like an underground cave. that was like another gate for the abyss, but it, you know, that revealed those Snezhnayan soldiers' sacrifices, but we kept it a secret. I think we kept it a secret, or we had to keep it a secret. I'm not sure. So the Nechka thing, I don't remember anything about it.
All right, if you stay out in the heat for any longer, I'm afraid even the inscription won't be able to save your memory. You should, go back. Yeah, get some rest.
Right. Right. Please give my regards to Tlisoli and Nechka.
And there will be a next time when she won't remember the names.
What's going on? Maybe I should go talk to Ernly to get some medicine.
So you'll be going to Nechka's birthday party too, Xilonen? Oh, perfect! Then let's go together!
Oh, yeah, sure, but I didn't expect you to know Tlisoli too. She hasn't been coming to the tribe much lately, so how did you get a chance to talk with her?
You explain your encounter with Tlisoli to Xilonen.
Oh, so that's how you met her. She even wants to use volcanic crystal as a forging material. Guess she's really pulling out all the stops for her daughter.
We also wanted to get a gift for Nechka, but we have no idea what she might like.
Then let's just go and ask. Come on, I want to give her the book anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Wait a second, our birthday gift's supposed to be a surprise? If we ask Nechka, then she'll know what gift we'll be getting her, and that would ruin the surprise!
Well, maybe the surprise is not always mandatory. Mandatory is the right word, I guess.
But if you don't ask her, then how will you know what kind of present she would like? Here's another idea. Perhaps you can also give her a storybook based on what she wrote in her letter. That might be a good option.
Easy enough, I have loads of those in my bag.
But shouldn't we give it a little more thought? If we all give her books, it might seem like we didn't put much effort into it.
Well, I barely remember her name.
Xilonen, have you really never asked her what she would like the most? There must be something else she'd like besides books.
Maybe we are distant relatives enough to not buy what she liked the most. Just go with the second option.
Unfortunately, no. Nechka's illness has kept flaring up over the past few years. Apparently, she couldn't do anything during that time other than rest in bed. She didn't even have the strength to talk to anyone.
Okay, now I don't even remember that much about Nechka that I was. Because now I think that I mixed up something, maybe?
It wasn't until recently that she started to recover from her illness and regained strength to write letters to others.
So she's barely living. Interesting.
Anyway, there's no need to overthink it. Worst case scenario, I can split the book into 2 volumes and we can each give her one.
Great idea. Let's just go and ask Nechka.
Yeah, even though it would ruin the surprise, we could at least get her something that would make her happy. Anyway, could you tell us a bit more about the book that you're getting her? Is it really that unpopular?
Well, it's a little difficult to explain. You see, there are actually 2 versions of To Kill the Brave. The premise of the book is pretty straightforward. It's basically about a set of twin brothers working to defeat a demon lord. But after defeating the demon lord, the older brother, To Kill, discovers that the king's spirit has possessed his younger brother, Remok. In the ending of the original story, the older brother kills his younger brother to defeat the demon lord, before jumping into a volcano.
Okay, now the volcano is that, you know, we're talking about twins here, so, or twins, siblings at least. But I remember the word twins. But one of them was possessed. Got possessed after killing the demon lord. Not exactly killing the Demon Lord, but kind defeat. Okay, so this tale comes from a desolate, distant past. In those days, the mountains' teeth were still bared like blades against man and beast, thirsting for the souls of the feeble-minded, human and non-human alike. Okay. People knew that the god of the mountains loved them not, and was to be given a wide berth. Birth. What's birth? Let's see. Oh, a bed. Okay. Wait, is there another meaning? No, it's bad. And was to be given a wide berth. I think there has to be another meaning. Yet they were forced to seek shelter in caverns from the storms screaming through the wilds, or to pass one long night after the next. But these caverns, like the mountains, extracted payment from these vagrants. Countless were the tribes who lost kin to the wastes through which they stumbled blind. Valiant Tequil and his kind-hearted brother Rimek were born to one such tribe. At the hour of their birth, a long, troubling night reigned inside and outside the caves, and though the campfires around which the tribespeople sat flickered, none were comforted by their light. The people thought, "This fire shall soon go out, and once it does, we too shall be finished. How long will this night last? I'm cold and hungry too. Let's hurry things up then. Quickly let me walk into the night. Better that than this torment." Oh, you poor children, you poor children. What does that mean? Yet Tequil and Rimek did not announce themselves with sorrowful cries as other children did. Instead, Tequil stared into the cavern depths. The minions of the cavern did their best to frighten him, but his gaze swept over them keen as sharp stone spur. He has seen us, our sharp claws and long teeth, but he is not afraid. The wicked creatures whispered amongst themselves anxiously and involuntarily retracted said appendages. Rimek for his part waved his hands and laughed, and his laughter was like pebbles tumbling in a stream, drawing the eyes of all the distressed tribespeople to his face. Only then did they notice that though the flame wavered, it had never ceased to burn, and with another wave of his hands, Rimek patted the firewood next to him. "Feed the flame, feed the flame." The elderly chief, thus reminded by the newborn boy, shouted his words aloud, repelling the fear that had been about to swallow the tribe whole. People stood and fueled the fire, and they drew their obsidian blades, casting their eyes into the cavern depths just as Tequil had. The beasts of the cavern were filled with rage and hate, but they knew that these people would not loosen their grip on their weapons, nor would their eyes be shut. Terror had already fled, and so death was forced to retreat. Only when the sun rose again did the brothers close their eyes, falling asleep in their mother's bosom. Thus did the tribespeople depart the cave, having lived another day. These people who had rejected fear will live countless days more. Yet the defeat of her evil underlings caught the eye of their master, Kotlikil. Kotliku, 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 Kotliko, Kotlika, Will it? Okay, they will say it again. Kotlika. Kotlika? For this Lord of Demons, who claimed to be the mother of the underworld and mistress of 10,000 times 10,000 caves, whose fangs were the rocky stalactites, I know that word now, whose tongue was every blast of wet, frigid wind, and who, upon awakening, could only be satiated by devouring 10,000 living souls. Tekil and Rimak were the first humans to slip her grasp. Shamefaced. I like that. This Earth Mother waved her hand, lashing the evil beasts, covering to the side with rock. Okay, go. Redeem your humiliating failure. Capture those dim-witted mortals and fill my stomach. But having seen their fears vanquished, the people remembered well the methods of scattering those terrors time after time. They settled at the foot of the mountains, sharpened wooden stakes, lit fires, and gave the sharpest blades to their best warriors with which they could stand guard behind the stakes. Their bright eyes pierced the wilderness beyond the firelight, and did not shift their gazes away for them even a moment. By blade and fire did Kotlaklmians taste defeat time after time, until they could do nothing but huddle in the dark, daring not to draw near the flame. The fires in the hearts of the people ignited, and they began to speak of victory, of flight, and of the end of the Viper. They believed in Tekir and Rimak. So it was Viper. These two brothers could surely keep the heat and light alive. Tekil and Rimak fought the same, and so they sharpened their spears and blades, preparing to drive the demon lord of that evil serpent to her doom. But the Earth Mother, who hated this tribe, did not relent. She took sludge from the deepest parts of the cave and pinched it into a snake. Then she plucked out her eye, settling it into the serpent's eye socket. It was the child who caused you to witness the fire, and so let me go and swallow his eyes. One evening, when the sun had just set, night's veil was slowly covering the sky, and the stars had yet begun granting their light. The serpent bit and slew a rabbit beyond the tribe's bounds, and burrowed into its skin, lying flat on the ground. Rimak, returning from gathering herbs, came upon this rabbit, and seeing its wound, the kind child put his torch down without hesitation, and reaching for his herbs, he chewed on them, preparing to apply them to the rabbit. But the snake, speaking for the Earth Mother, leaped from the wound, hissing laughter. Haha, ignorant, foolish human, sacrificing yourself for a lowly rabbit. Before Rimak would retrieve his torch, the Earth Mother's serpent lashed its fangs first into his neck, then burrowing into his body, captured his heart and soul both. The defenseless sentries were the next to be murdered by the Earth Mother, for they greeted Rimak just as they always did when he returned from gathering herbs, only to be pierced through the heart by the serpent, dying on the spot. The entire tribe's fires were put out, and amidst the shroud of darkness, death and terror were resurgent. The Earth Mother spat the snake out, and through poisoned fangs she cried out, "Behold, behold, you arrogant fools, and kneel as you should in the dust." But the sound of the rock being struck cut her off, for Tequil, who had been sharpening his obsidian blade, used it to create sparks that set his tent alight. So it did not happen throughout a set of time. It basically happened right away that Tequil was coming to avenge his brother and finish the demon lord. I mean, we're not sure yet, but it seems like. He raised his blade and charged forward, letting his letting fly his blade at the Earth Mother's messenger. The blazing edge cleaved the poisoned serpent molded from soil with ease, but as Takuya was about to follow through, he saw his brother's eyes and the blood staining his brother's hands. That instant was all the time the wounded viper needed to escape, yet nigh, fully charred it was still, and the Earth Mother's eye reduced almost to ashes. The tribe was destroyed, and never again was there a chance it would dare defy her. Thus did the Earth Mother comfort herself. Okay, so she was not defeated then. Comfort herself as she retreated into the darkness. How Takuya wished to call out Rimak's name, but the burning dust caught in his throat, and so he could only watch as his brother vanished into the night. When the night when the night at last passed, Takuya, who stood amongst the ruins, knew that the surviving tribespeople could no longer stay. Burying his confusion and pain deep in his heart, he led them on a new journey. They crossed mountains and canyons, dodging fearsome beasts and poisonous insects. Takuya did not close his eyes for so long as they journeyed, nor did he dare to loosen his grip on blade or torch. Finally, by a silent volcano, they found a tribe willing to take them in. Only after he saw the last of his tribe peacefully fall into slumber under the old shaman's care did he relax and collapse to the earth. When he awoke, he found himself in a blazing cave. The lava that surrounded him undulated with an erratic pulse. Undulate. Huh. Like basically waved. I mean, wave in the sea undulates, basically. That's how it should be understood. Huh. Undulated with an erratic pulse, as if the very mountain was slowly breathing. When he stood up, the lava boiled and bubbled, and the rumbling came from all directions. Do not search for your brother, his eyes have been devoured by a cunning serpent. But I must save him and pursue that venomous snake also. His words echoed through the lava, but the goddess of mountains and fire was silent. Takuya thus prayed unto her, "Let my brother's name live on. I am willing to sacrifice my heart and blood in return." The goddess answered him in the echoing cave. Thus said she, "Your prayer have I heard, but your brother is no longer your kin. His name was sunken into the deepest of depths." Takuya raised his head and lifted up his wish to the goddess. "Turn my blood to fire, so my heart will illuminate the depths. I will bring my brother back before my blood runs dry." Okay, this is the point where I'm stopping. I mean, okay, let's read the next one. "Turn my blood to fire until my soul may sear and slay that serpent. I will take its head before my blood runs dry." So, turn my blood to fire. Turn me into something, so my heart may illuminate the depths. As the brother basically sacrifices himself for the other one, not just simply, but this is the method that he used. That it's not just the body of his brother that he saves, but the soul as well. So my heart may illuminate the depths. I will bring my brother back before my blood runs dry. Turn my blood to fire. And there is this sacred fire here in Natlan, and we know that the sacred fire is a very serious, not just in serious thing, not just in regards of Natlan. It's just Natlan is where it resides. So the next, turn my blood to fire until my soul may sear and slay that serpent. I will take its head before my blood runs dry. Until my soul may sear. Let's go and see. Burn or scorch the surface of something with a sudden intense heat. Until my soul may sear and slay that serpent. Serpent here is dragon. It could be even referring to Nibelung, but definitely these two sentences are very fitting to Genshin's backstory, the main story, more like. When Takeo awoke once again, the old shaman of the tribe gave him a brand new sword, food, and water. When Takeo awoke once again, the old shaman of the tribe. No, that's just an allegory, but still there was an awakening after a while. Finally, the shaman clasped his shoulders and blessed him. May your fire dry the venomous snake's venom. Thus did Takeo embark on another journey. His strength was endless, his body tireless, and his blood burned like lava. He crossed grassy fields and snowy peaks, deep valleys and high mountains, and the goddess of mountains and fire showed him the way with falling rocks and the cracks in cliffs. Thus did Takeo stride forward without hesitation. When he met his brother again, the Earth Mother mocked him once more, using Rimak's body and voice. But when her claws pierced Takeo's chest, he moved not, and instead her bones were melted by his burning blood. Takeo stared at the vicious demon lord down and said in a loud voice, "My brother is gentle of heart. He would surely have made this land a better place. Yet you have affronted him with your poison, smothered his virtue." So here, definitely the demon or the Earth Mother, interestingly, but the Earth Mother is a demon here. Now we have the demon names for the Archons and like very important characters. Some, but mostly Archons, like Paimon, like Buer, like Morax. Those are the demon names. So one of those demons possessed, but I think the allegory is not like that much fitting, that like every detail. It's more like details are connected in different ways. So one of the brothers is corrupted by the demon, but the demon is the one that kills Takeo here. But that act of murder is what is his demise. And the demon is like the abyss here. The serpent who is hiding in the abyss, probably, as we know, Nibelung is in the abyss. Probably dead in the abyss. But in the abyss. At least he wants retreated into the abyss. I'm not sure about that. Maybe he was just killed after that. Whatever, the abyss poisons smothered his virtue, slaughtered those who had faith in his virtue. Die, you despicable venomous insect, die here. As he roared, Takio's body stained his obsidian blade, turning it red hot in an instant. Now also, this story also reflects the goddess showed him the way with falling rocks and the cracks and cliffs. Thus did Takio. So this goddess of mountains and fire, that's like Earth, Geo and Pyro here. But this goddess of mountains, that's basically Robina here, I think. And Takil is like Shabalanke, so it's like another time when the same thing happened that happened right now, that Mavuika was like borrowing this power, but to use that power is the cost of life. So again, the same details that are happening in Genshin are used in its past, in its mythology. As he roared, Takio's blood stained his... The Earth Mother watched in terror as her shell, bones and soul were sundered. She wished to scream, but the moment in which she could unleash her claws and tear Takio to ribbons. To buy but a moment. She wished to scream, to buy but a moment. An infinite moment. But she could make no sound, for in the fire's light the silent soul to whom this body once belonged awakened, and that soul cried out to his brother, I do not wish to see your blood be reduced to ash, but I have seen the light of your heart and spirit. Remember my name, brother. As long as you remember me, I will never have left. The blazing flames swept over every corner in that gloomy, frigid cavern, and every last poisonous insect within was slain, burned to ash alongside every plot and scheme so heinous and vile. As the last drop of his blood was about to burn away, the roof of the cave above Takio's head trembled. A fissure opened and the gem fell down and stopped up his wound. The goddess of mountains and fire spoke once more, and her voice echoed across the walls. You yet have one drop of blood. Return to your tribe, for this is your brother's wish, and I will see it fulfilled. One night, the old shaman who had waited day after day beyond the tribe's bounds stood to welcome the returning Takil. But Takil refused the water, the food and the cheers. Instead he simply said, the venomous snake is slain and I am victorious, but I shall soon depart along with my brother. He took the gem from his chest, placed it upon a torch and walked up to the silent volcano. I have but one drop of blood left, but it was not left for me, but rather for justice and fairness, for the good and the brave. Use it and light a fire, a flame that shall never be extinguished. Having said that, valiant Takio leaped into the dead volcano. The earth was shaken by his heart and blood, and the volcano's own heart resumed beating, the blazing lava once more beginning to flow. The volcano lives, as does the bravery of all the tribes. Very cool story. It fits, it hits, and it doesn't spoil. I think. But maybe later I will be like, that was foreshadowing. Because this is the gem. The gem is definitely that gives me like another thing to think about here. Where was it? Once more, and her voice. A fissure opened. Okay, so as the last drop of his blood was about to burn away, the roof of the cave. So the cave is the what? Above Takuya's head trembled. A fissure opened, and the gem fell down and stopped up his wound. Now, if the goddess of mountains and fire, if it's Rowena, and the thing is that we did not yet obtain the power of Pyro here. And I think that when we will go down to the abyss, we might even get connected by Renova. Rowena is what I said, but Renova. Maybe we will be given the Pyro powers with a similar sentence that okay, but we know that it will consume us or whatever, so that it's different than the rest of the Archon powers or elemental powers. Return to your tribe, for this is your brother's wish, and have you see it fulfilled. And it seems like if the volcano is what I think is walked up to the silent volcano, so it's like Celestia. He took the gem from his chest, placed it upon a torch, and walked up to the ascended to Celestia. I have but one drop of blood left, but it was not left for me, but rather for justice and fairness, for the heavenly principles, for the good and the brave. Use it and light a fire, a flame that shall never be extinguished. And I think that lighting the fire might be what revives the what into the actual world from the. So this might be the end game. If this is foreshadowing, if there is any foreshadowing, then it's this one. So that might be the epilogue. No, that's not what I. It seems like this is after we slain our brother, sibling. Okay.
I remember there was one line that was super popular at the time. If I still remember right, after being possessed by the goddess Coatlicue, said,
Coatlicue. Now, okay, that version I probably did not say, but I don't remember. Coatlicue.
I do not wish to see your blood be reduced to ash, but I have seen the light of your heart and spirit. Remember my name, brother. As long as you remember me, I will never have left.
So what about the other version of the story? Will I have to read it too? So as long as you remember name. So this is about ancient names being born. But remember, my name is the thing is that it's the same as with your Irminsul. As long as you remember me, the unimportant part, I will never have left.
The other version was released only recently. The author heard a suggestion from someone and suddenly decided to try and make a stake in the fairy tale market, so the story was revised. In the revised version, the brothers killed the demon lord together and both survived. According to the author, This gave the story a happy ever after kind of ending.
Could it be that this change has to be made?
However, the revised version was not well received. After a month on the market, it had hardly sold any copies, and the books were collecting dust on the store shelves. The store owners desperately tried to get rid of the book, and have resorted to all sorts of promotions and discounts to sell it. Even now, the only edition of To Kill the Brave you can find in the market is the newer one, whereas the older edition is nearly impossible to find. Anyway, I couldn't bring myself to give such a poorly rated book to Nichka, so I spent a few days looking and managed to find a few copies of the old edition in a warehouse. I picked out a copy that looked relatively new and wrapped it up as a present for Nichka. If you're interested, I can give you this extra copy to read. The pages are pretty old though, so please be gentle with it.
Okay.
Oh, and here's a copy of the newer edition too. They gave me a free copy when I went to buy some chocolatl.
Chocolatl.
So that's how they're trying to sell off the book. Could it really be that bad? Even Paimon's curious now.
That's 2 more for the collection. You can read them to me while we are on the road, Paimon.
Okay, but you'll have to carry Paimon for a while. Once Paimon's done reading it herself, she'll read it out for you.
Let's get going. Celesoli lives pretty far from the tribe, so it'll take us some time to get there.
Alright. And we just started in 1 hour in. Okay, cool. Spunky new copy. Oh. Alrighty. Where do we go now? But nowhere. Okay, let's come from this side. Okay, by the way, I will be using this new thing of mine. Relatively new. Hey, there's a cave. Have I ever been in there? Or this is going to be the time to do so. Okay. Whoa! I did not see the fence. Ah. Almost.
Go on now, Yengu. Nachika is still resting.
Wine.
Hey, Tlasoli, we're here!
Huh? What's your problem, huh?
Oh, what a surprise. And even Xilonen is here too.
I came to visit Nechka.
Oh, it's been a while since I've seen you, Auntie. I received Nichka's letter. She wanted a copy of To Kill the Brave, right? Well, I've brought the book for her. There are several editions of the book in Natlan, and I wasn't sure which version she'd prefer.
Okay, what if I wait a little bit more? Is she going to come back? Not anymore.
I asked a messenger from the Scions of the Canopy. It seems this softcover edition is one of the most popular options, so I brought it for Nachika.
You haven't changed a bit, Xilonen.
Hmm.
Let's go inside. I was just boiling some chocolatl, so you can all try some. Xilonen used to love drinking chocolatl. When she was little, she would always have several cups every time she came to visit me. You were already a big girl by the time I finally had my Nachika. Alright, for now let's...
Already big girl.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, Auntie, let's go inside. Traveler, please help me get her into the house.
Okay. Like with the animal powers, like whoosh. Sure thing.
Oh, Paimon will help too. Be good, Yangu, and don't get in the way.
All right, let's get indoors. Watch your step, Auntie.
Alright. Let's pick every single thing. Even these. I know that there's some more of that. Hey, that doesn't lead anywhere. There it is. Okay. Enter.
Sorry. Nechka's illness has been flaring up recently, so I was up for a few nights. I suddenly started to feel dizzy in the sun. I hope I didn't scare you.
Now, in order to play this quest, did we have to finish the art conquest, the Act 4? Can this have anything to do with how we basically weakened the firmament? Not the firmament, the
Have a seat. I'll fetch you a few cups of chocolatl. Please wait a moment.
the fake sky, basically. What I mean.
Oh, I've already brought them over. This cup's for you, Auntie. And these are for you, too.
Okay.
Chocolatl? What does it taste like? Paimon's heard that it can be pretty bitter.
Bitter.
Traveler, could you give it a try first?
Oh, don't worry. Auntie always adds a lot of sugar. It won't be bitter.
Okay. Paimon will be blown away.
The last time you came to visit, you were still just a kid. But now you're a pillar of the children of Echoes. No, of all Natlan even.
Last time, I thought that every birthday they celebrated, but what the fuck?
Oh, well, it's all thanks to the drinks I had here and the books I happened to read.
You've been close for quite some time then.
We heard that you two are from the same tribe, but Paimon had no idea you were so close.
When I was little, my parents were always talking about how skilled Auntie was at forging ancient names and how she was a good role model for the rest of us. The moment I became idle at home, they would toss me into Auntie's workshop to watch and learn.
Then I would have your parents go back, boil you a pot of chocolatl, and let you play in the house.
Yeah, and then I would drink and listen to you banging away with your tools in the workshop. But eventually, she moved out of the tribe to find some more space, and I didn't have the chance to visit again after that.
But why did you seem so familiar with the place when you went to the kitchen for the drinks just now?
Because the layout of this place is identical to her old house. Let me see. Yeah, that should be Nichka's bedroom then.
That's right. I remember you used to hunker down in the room to read and draw. But you're all grown up now. Even if you wanted to live here, I'm afraid you've already outgrown Nichka's bed.
You two seem like family. Xilonen seems just like an older sister to Nechka. But...
That's how Nechka sees Xilonen too. Whenever she's feeling better, she always asks me when her pen pal sister will be coming to visit.
So how are the Xilonen here?
Well, yeah, I'm here now. and even brought a gift as an apology. I'll leave the book here.
You said Nechka asked you for the book? I hope it wasn't too much trouble to get. Really, I'm surprised that she even asked you for a present. When she's at home, she'd even ask me for permission to eat some snacks. Maybe I've been too strict with her. She's obviously starting to like her big sister more than her own mother.
What the fuck? But why would you think?
Oh, really? Well, I'd say I really haven't done enough to deserve the title of Big Sister. Yeah, I wasn't able to help her when she was sick, and I didn't even come and visit her that many times. Well, the only thing I have been able to do is to help her find some books.
I mean, that's weak. Live written.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Xilonen. You have great responsibilities as the name engraver of the tribe. We both know you are far too busy to take care of her.
Huh.
The responsibilities on your shoulders also became far heavier when I gave up on my work.
You just had more important things to tend to, Auntie. No one in the tribe blames you. We all know that Nechka needs her mother's care.
But that doesn't change the fact that I gave up on my work. And even now, I still have not found the courage to pick up my hammer again. I'm sorry to leave you to shoulder all the responsibilities alone, Xilonen.
Now the thing is, how does time go by on Tevat? Because now we are here for 4 years. Certain children who are like 8, when we finish Snezhnaya, there will be like a 6-7 year difference. By the time when we go to Caria or something, or Celestia or whatever, that basically makes them so their model should be changing after that much time. They should look like Bennett and whatnot. I mean, in age, not like Timmy.
Oh.
Whoa, why so somber all of a sudden? Don't be so sad, everyone. Hasn't Nechka gotten better lately?
Oh, relax, Auntie. I can handle the work. But once Nechka is back on her feet, you should get back to work and let me have a vacation. You'll be the one who's busy then, and I'll be sitting at the side drinking chocolatl and cheering you on.
You will be sacrificed.
If that day really comes, you can have as much chocolatl as you like.
So what did Nechka get? Or how did Nechka get so sick? Is her condition really that serious?
If you asked me before, I wouldn't have even been able to talk about it. But now that she is gradually recovering, I've also gained some courage to face what happened back then. Nechka's illness actually originates from the Abyss.
Of course.
That night, I was in the tribe, having a discussion over the forging of new ancient names. Before we could finish our discussion, the alarm started to ring outside. A horde of monsters from the Abyss suddenly attacked the tribe, so everyone banded together to fight them off.
Okay.
I joined the fray as well, and it wasn't until the monsters were repelled that I got back home with some guards from the tribe. But Nechka was gone. I can't remember how long I spent searching for her. Maybe for 2 or 3 days. In the end, we found Nechka at the bottom of a short cliff. She was holding a dried up embercore flower in her hand, and there were traces of abyssal corruption around her wounds. I know. It was all my fault. Before the incident, Nechka had asked if I could forge an ancient name for her. Work was busy at the time, so I told her that if she could find an embercore flower, I would use it as material to forge her an ancient name.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Oh, Nechka. My daughter. My Nechka. I was holding her in my arms, but no matter how many times I called her name, she wouldn't open her eyes and look at me. I was the one who decided to move my workshop to the outskirts of our tribe for work. And I was the one who left her home alone. Oh, my daughter. My Nechka. Why do you have to suffer like this?
Whoa, hey! It's okay, right? Nechka's getting better. She already has the strength to write letters now, doesn't she? Well, Xilonen has even brought her a gift.
Please drink some water first. Things will get better.
Sorry. I just can't control myself whenever I remember that time. Phew. Alright. It's not every day that we get guests. I really shouldn't be crying like this. I asked someone to buy some ingredients for me. So, why don't you stay for dinner tonight? I'll make some shrimp bisque, grilled fish and mint sauce, and tower tacos.
Oh, are those her ears? I just realized that that's not like a hairpiece, right?
Will help. That sounds like a lot to make, and we don't want you to tire yourself out.
Oh, let me flex my cooking skills. Enough talk. Let's start with the fried egg.
Thank you both, but don't worry. It's just a few dishes. I'll be fine. You three just need to make sure everything gets eaten up. I can't eat a lot at this age.
Oh, we haven't had anything to eat yet, so don't worry. We'll make sure there are no leftovers.
I promise the plates will be picked clean. I can eat an entire fish myself.
Ah, it just occurred to me that Xilonen likes to eat cheesy crab hot pot. Why don't I make that instead of the grilled fish and mint sauce? I remember you don't like picking out fish bones.
Both are fine with me. I've learned to just chew up the fish bones now.
What?
Oh, come on now. If you don't want to pick out the bones, I can just take them out for you. Anyway, for dessert, would you like a cup of grain fruit or chocolate?
Chocolate. Chocolate.
How about a cup of green fruit mixed with chocolate?
Okay, got it. I'll go start cooking, but could you do me a favor in the meantime? I ordered a bunch of ingredients, and they should be here any minute now. Would you go check by the door and see if they were already here? If so, please bring them in. Come on, Xilonen. Stop lying around. You shouldn't nap before dinner. It'll ruin your appetite.
Okay.
Hey, I'm not a kid anymore, you know. You don't have to worry about my appetite.
Now that they made this animation, they don't let any chance of using it slip by. So Xilonen has also the same kind of ears.
That's beside the point. If you don't watch out for your health while you're still young, then when you get older, you'll...
All right. I'm getting up.
We'll go check on the ingredients with Xilonen. It isn't far, so it shouldn't take us long.
That kid.
That kid? But she doesn't have a tail. Or is it under the robe? Do you have anything that I could take? Nope. I could not rob ya. What? Other way. I got confused a little bit, not too much. Just enough. But if I get too close, it probably triggers. There. There's some more.
Okay.
Alrighty. Let's do this.
No one's come to deliver the ingredients yet. Paimon thought we'd see someone come flying down on a Yunkasaur as soon as we came out.
A
And
messenger from the Scions of the Canopy wouldn't be flying here. They usually come climbing down the cliffs nearby. No need to look. There isn't anyone on the cliffs.
so should we keep walking? Maybe the delivery person got lost.
I just saw a ghost.
Glopal.
Hey, you there. Sorry, but does Tlisoli live around here?
Yeah.
Oh, are you the one who's supposed to deliver the ingredients?
I don't see any ingredients.
Ingredients? Are you kidding? I was nearly eaten myself.
But the ingredients, were they eaten? I don't care about you, man. You're just an NPC.
Never mind that now. Those monsters are still hot on my heels. Please, you've got to help me.
Alright. We kill monsters.
Xilonen, where'd she go?
Killing monsters.
Whoa, she's already gone up to fight the monsters? Let's go help her out!
I mean, we should have been there already. Alright.
I got him cornered.
Let's use Xilonen here. How does her thing work?
Let the mountain's veins boil!
But why am I not plunge attacking? What the fuck? Well,
Alright, that should be it for the monsters. Yeah, was easier than I thought.
yeah.
Oh, it also seems we're in good luck. The goods weren't damaged either.
Strange, we didn't see any monsters on the way here.
You must have terrible luck. You didn't provoke them, did you?
Yeah, right. I use this road to deliver goods all the time, and I've never been attacked like this before. It's the main road in and out of the tribe, so people often come here to clear out any monsters. This area is usually very safe.
There's the first time for everything.
I don't know what happened, but it seems like all the monsters around here have gone berserk. Even the docile Tepetlosaurs are in a frenzy. Tlisoli doesn't even forge ancient names anymore, so why can't she just move back to the tribe? If she comes back, Nachka will even be able to find some playmates. She's so young and hasn't even, Nachka's playmates. No, wait, I feel like my kids have played with her before. They've even told me about Nachka's favorite game. If I remember right, it was...
Now we were shown that stone that has wishes, that has stories, that has things to remember. It seems like people's memories about Nechka are disappearing. So it's not just like this is happening. It's all connected to Nechka.
Strange. I always remembered it before. How could I forget all of a sudden?
Look at that! He has a blaze gem inscription too!
So luck shouldn't be the problem. Seems there's quite a market for those inscriptions. Okay, so it's not that inscription. And the method that they were... Okay, sorry. Because this chick, this auntie, she does these, right? Now, They are more expensive. They are more difficult. Are they draining like memories to use it to keep Nechka alive? Not just alive, but probably like returning or improving. Okay.
You should go back to the tribe. It seems like you had quite the scare today. We'll take the ingredients back for you. I'll carry these bags, and you two can carry the rest.
Mm-hmm. Sure thing. Paimon can have too.
Oh, sure. Paimon can take care of these grain fruit that fell out of the bag.
If you say so. Thank you so much. I guess today's just a really bad day for me to go outside.
That's so weird. Why is everyone we run into today having trouble remembering stuff?
And they're all carrying Blaze Gem inscriptions.
Paimon's not sure how to say it, but she's got a strange feeling about this. Like it's all somehow related.
Yeah.
Once you live long enough, you'll eventually start experiencing strange days like this. Let's bring the ingredients back. Otherwise, we won't have anything to eat tonight.
Okay.
Are you running away?
You're living over bandits here, you know that, right? Yo?
Ah, you're finally back. What took you so long? I was starting to worry.
Oh yeah, we ran into some small problems, but everything's fine now.
Alright.
Almost
As
everything.
long as everything's okay now. You all have a seat. I'll get the food ready. It won't take long.
Well, if we take body language in consideration, then this frontal view when having a conversation is like confronting somebody. So Soli gets to work on the food after cooking for some time, blah blah blah.
There's so much tasty food! You're amazing, Tlasoli!
They were all pretty simple dishes to make. Don't be shy. Dig in, everyone.
What would you like to start with, Paimon? No flying on the table, Paimon.
Paimon can't reach that dish! Could you give Paimon some? Come on!
If this would be chicken...
Ooh, yeah. Can I get another serving, please?
You're done already? Do you even chew when you're eating?
Of course! Didn't I say that I chew up the fish bones? I'll have just one more fish and leave the rest for Nechka.
It's okay. Just go ahead and eat all you'd like. Nechka can't eat these dishes anyway. Her body is too weak to digest these kinds of things. I'll just make some broth for her.
Alrighty.
Oh no. But Paimon thought she'd already recovered from her illness.
Injuries caused by the abyss cannot be undone. The doctor said the fact that she's stable is already quite a miracle. But it's okay. Nechka can talk to me now and can even hold my hand. That's more than I could ask for. Even if she will never again know that I am her mother.
What?
What do you mean?
The doctor said the abyss has had an irreversible effect on Nechka's soul. She's lost all her memories from before she was injured. The doctor also said this sort of memory loss isn't like simply forgetting something. Rather, she can no longer remember anything from before that fateful day.
Huh? But how does that happen?
You know about the woven scrolls that the Masters of the Night Wind use to record things, right? Well, generally speaking, forgetting things is like when the woven scrolls would gradually start to fade.
As long as you repaint and weave the threads again, the faded memories will come back to life.
As long as you repaint, that's not fun. Weave the threads again. Now that's Loom of Fate. The faded memories will come back to life. Now, the problems are happening when people are talking about Nechka and something that they remembered, but I guess those are then stealing those memories back.
But the case of Nechka's memory loss is as if her woven scroll had been cut in two, and the portion of the past was burnt to ashes. The books she loved to read, the flowers she took joy to grow, and the time she spent in this house were all cut off by the abyss, and can never be retrieved again. As one example of that, Nechka now only sees me as a strange, unfamiliar auntie who claims to be her mother.
Huh.
She's a good kid, and doesn't want to upset this lady who's been taking care of her so much, so she still calls me Mom. But I've always had a feeling that she's constantly wondering about things like, where is her real mother? Why is she stuck here in this house? Was she abandoned?
Huh.
Nechka really has no idea that her real mother is right in front of her, and has never left.
Now that's a very interesting way to put it. Okay. My sympathies.
So you plan on recreating Nechka's woven scroll all by yourself?
Okay, so Xilonen figured it out.
What do you mean?
Uh-huh.
Or should I say, you've already started reweaving that scroll long ago?
A blaze gem inscription. Whose is it?
The delivery guy's. I saw it hanging from his waist, so I asked to borrow it from him.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry, I'll return the inscription to him once we've figured everything out. These things aren't cheap, after all.
When did you know?
I mean, it was obvious.
Yeah, I noticed it back when blaze gem inscriptions suddenly became popular among the tribe. It was then that I also noticed that everyone wearing blaze gem inscriptions had varying degrees of memory loss. Traveler, you've picked up on it too, haven't you?
Everyone's memory loss had something to do with Nechka.
Accessories made using ancient names forging techniques. For what's only supposed to be a pretty souvenir, this inscription contains a phlogiston engraving with a truly overkill level of complexity.
Overkill level.
The shapes and patterns of these engravings are also identical to that of an ancient name.
So she tries to make an ancient name, so if Nechka dies, then she can be reborn?
By making just a few slight adjustments to the layout and connections of the main pattern, you can pretty much qualify this blaze gem inscription as a bona fide ancient name. And yet, you've never told anyone about these engravings in the blaze gem inscriptions that can be activated at any time.
Uh-huh.
Am I right, Auntie?
I knew you were a sharp one, Xilonen. That's right. I have a way to cure Nechka and restore all her memories. It's actually quite simple. I want to forge an ancient name for Nechka that contains all of her past memories.
You're going to make an ancient name for Nechka? But ancient names must be approved by Wyab.
And the reason they must be approved by the Wyab is because the memories they bear are all stored within the ley lines. Extracting those memories from the ley lines requires the Wyab's assistance. But your plan wouldn't need you to do any of that, right, Auntie? Your blaze gem inscriptions will help you complete that part of your plan in the ley line's place. You will use the inscriptions to form a massive memory bank for Nechka.
Yeah?
And the ancient names you're trying to forge will be used to extract corresponding memories from the memory bank.
So those are not copying memories, but stealing memories.
A memory bank? Wait, so the reason all related to Nechka?
Even though Ninchka has forgotten her own past, her life was still witnessed by other people. Okay, now let's stop here. Because this is a method, again, that Genshin likes to use to show you everything that's going to be related to the conclusion of Genshin's story. A memory bank, Ermansol. Wait, so there a reason all these people were having trouble remembering stuff is, you know, the people living on Tebot. They forget. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them forget everything. I mean, I don't know how much it's like commonly known that they are in a loop, because the thing that as we find out these kind of things, that they sometimes are like people are talking about it as they knew. As if that was like normal. Everybody knew that. Some other times it's not, but memory wipes happen a lot. So the Blazion inscription took away any memories related to Nechka. So could anything like that happen? We don't know who is Nechka. We probably know Nechka. We just don't know who is Nechka in the real world, because memories were taken away. I mean, that's Nahida's story, basically. Yeah. So it might be that it's not like foreshadowing, but backtracking the story. Even though Nechka has forgotten her old past, her life was still witnessed by other. But the witness, we are a witness. So that's the point. Something that I wanted to point out or emphasize.
Using other people's memories of Nechka to reconstruct her past? This is the first time I've heard of such an idea.
But this is the method that we are talking about, because I think the other people here is the traveler. The traveler's memories are, as she is the witness, it's going to reconstruct somebody's past. Probably not somebody, but something, and something is Tewot. But Tewot, I really think that Tewot is a living thing. It's like a heart of something greater.
You've seen through my plans, Xilonen. You're as outstanding as ever. Far more brilliant than me. I intend to use this method to collate all the memories related to Nechka and allow her to regain her past again.
The problem is?
But wouldn't extracting memories like that hurt the person carrying the Blaze Gem inscription?
Not at all. Every time a Blaze Gem inscription extracts memories, the process is under my precise control. That way, there's no chance of anyone in the tribe getting hurt. This is the central inscription that controls all the other Blaze Gem inscriptions, which will also soon serve as Nechka's ancient name.
And if it gets broken,
You made all of this yourself, Tlasoli?
even though it's not an official ancient name, that's still a lot to do on your own.
Yes, it was lots and lots of work. It was truly exhausting. Or perhaps I've just grown old. You saw it yourself. I nearly fainted just from being in the sun.
Oh, because you did not have memory loss.
I could collapse tomorrow, or even in the next few moments, but Nechka's ancient name is still far from completion. I've solved the issue of storing memories, but I still don't know how to connect Nechka up to this central inscription.
I've thought you just modify your own ancient name.
I considered it, but this matter doesn't have anything to do with my ancient name. It's of no help to me, and I don't need its help now.
You know the price to pay for making something like this.
Oh.
Yes, I do. But as long as I can get my Nechka back, I'm willing to do whatever it takes.
Okay.
Otherwise, Nechka won't have any chance of reclaiming her past once I'm dead and gone.
Yeah, she knows, but she's a mother, so I completely understand that part.
She won't remember me, and she won't even remember why her name is Nechka.
What the?
When that time comes, she'll be left
Oh,
to drift
I get
around
it.
the world all alone, unknowing of where she came from or where she should go. She is my daughter, the one to whom I gave the Nechka name. Whether it be as her mother or as a name engraver, I can't simply stand by and let her name disappear.
Definitely get it.
Xilonen!
Shh, let her think about this for a moment. Let her decide what to do.
I'll take the central inscription with me. I'm going to completely disassemble it to confirm its components and uses, and I won't make any promises until I've checked everything. Say
Okay.
goodnight to Nechka for me, Auntie.
But she angry.
Oh, wait. I've also finished the inscriptions for the Traveler in Paimon. Let me fetch them for you.
Huh? Do we
I'm sorry it
want
took me so
anything like
long
that?
to finish them.
She angry.
Hold on, Auntie. The Traveler and Paimon have never met Nechka before, so you can't draw any memories from them.
Huh?
That wasn't my intention. They're just ordinary gifts. Please, take them.
Huh.
What was that noise?
So now she's suspicious about everything.
Nechka must have woken up and wants to get out of bed on her own. Sorry, I'll go check on her first. Nechka, don't try to get out of bed. Just tell Mom if you need anything.
You go ahead and take care of Nechka, Auntie.
And she's going to
Let's
tell
go,
us the
Traveler and
problem.
Paimon. There are a few things I want to tell you.
Okay.
Let's head back to the tribe first. There are some things I need to get from my workshop. Disassembling the central inscription? It's not going to be easy.
Okie doke. Mm-hmm.
You two can wait outside for a moment. I just need to go in and grab something. The workshop is a little messy, so unfortunately, I won't be able to show you around.
But I want to have a look. Mess is what I like best.
Oh, yeah, that's not really what I mean. It's not the mess that's really the problem. It's just that the workshop is cluttered with way too much stuff. Books, files, and even ancient texts I got from the Masters of the Nightwind.
Okay, that still doesn't sound like...
Everything's piled up to the ceiling. You probably won't know where to step once you're inside. Kachina suffered quite an unfortunate series of events the last time she went inside. Well, I suppose it was my fault for being so focused on searching for information at the time that I forgot to lock the door. After entering the workshop, she was shocked to find herself face to face with a massive woven scroll from the Masters of the Nightwind, and then she turned around and knocked over a huge stack of forging blueprints. She tried to step out of the way, but tripped on a poster tube that was behind her, and then boom! The forging blueprints came crashing down right onto her head.
Uh-huh.
Oh no!
That must have hurt. Was Kachina okay?
She's lucky I noticed in time. I found Kachina in a daze and managed to save her before an entire set of the history of the Children of Echoes was about to bury her. I then dragged her up to the second floor. Ever since then, Kachina always waits outside the door and doesn't dare take a step in whenever she comes to see me.
She's so proud of that. Are there really that many books inside? I thought the workshop was supposed to be full of tools.
Yeah, you're an artisan and craftswoman after all. We thought there would be weapons and armor hanging all over the place. But it seems more like a library than a workshop.
Well, my primary work is forging ancient names, which is much trickier than making swords and tools. Aside from the necessary craftsmanship, I also need to consult many ancient texts. You probably already know that each ancient name represents a certain spirit, behind which are countless related stories to support it. In other words, the essence of an ancient name is the physical manifestation of a certain spiritual will. And as a name engraver, when I'm working on a new ancient name, I'm not only trying to give it a physical shape, but more importantly, I'm also trying to understand the spirit contained within the name. And to do that, I have to collect as many related stories as possible and read through them all. But, as you might know, people tend to add a lot of extraneous details when it comes to stories about themselves. For stories that have been clearly exaggerated or altered, I must gather other related stories and information as cross-references.
I get it.
This way, I can filter out all the absurd and exaggerated details and restore the person's life to its true nature. Only in true stories can you find the authentic spirit. And this is the only way for the spirit to become an ancient name that matches its essence.
The only way for the spirit to become an ancient name that matches its essence. So we're basically replaying a series of events that led to an end of a civilization. At least one civilization. And because of the loops, we are searching for the best, for the version of the events that is most correlating with what actually happened, but with a better outcome. Tricky.
We've heard about the concept behind ancient names before, but after hearing you explain the details, Paimon can't help but think that ancient names are really powerful.
If only they could be even more powerful.
Well, no matter how powerful ancient names could be, they would never be able to suddenly turn into a blade or allow you to smash through an entire cliff in one punch.
That's for visions to do.
It's just a form of spiritual power that's passed down from generation to generation. It doesn't have those kinds of physically tangible effects.
Or we don't know about it.
Well, take your own names, for example. From the moment you appeared in this world, some person had already prepared a blessing for you. And that person then condensed this blessing into your name and gave it to you as a gift. It may feel like the moment you received your name is already in the past, but it will always stay with you and move with you in the future. Names are blessings for the future from people standing in the past. Well, that's what Auntie once told me. And with this blessing, people will become more confident as they walk into their future. To put it another way, it's like having a lamp in your hand as you walk through the darkness of night.
Okay.
Oh, Paimon gets that. If you're alone when you're walking in the dark, it's easy to get scared and tired quickly. But if someone else is walking with you, then it won't be nearly as scary. And, well, you might still get tired, but it'll still be a whole lot better than walking alone. The Traveler always has Paimon by her side, though, so she'll never have to worry about that. I'm sure many wish they could be in your shoes, traveler.
Okay, calling themselves out like that is top tier. Please, you're always the one to get tired when we're on the road.
Ion's always flying. Of course it gets tiring. But we're getting off topic. We can talk about that later.
Try not to fall asleep on me next time. At least try not to eat so much.
Anyway, this is what Plisoli told me when I was training as a name engraver. And to be honest, I've only understood 20% of what she said at most. I've never been able to figure out the rest.
What?
But doesn't that mean you basically don't get it?
Well, that's not entirely true. Auntie and I have at least come to a consensus on the most important thing. You know what? I am sick of talking. We can talk about all of this later. Please, wait a moment while I grab my things.
Xilonen opens the door and walks into her workshop. Some unsettling crashes sounds come from the workshop, followed by some agonizing creaks and squeaks. Eventually, Xilonen rushes at the door with a box in her arms. She then turns around and kicks the door closed, shutting the sound of dusty books falling to the ground inside.
Did you hear a whole section of something collapse in there just now?
It's fine, it's fine. It was just a bunch of very old ancient name records. I've already made copies of them. I kept this set of phlogiston wedges in the back, so it wasn't easy to take out. I had to resort to brute force. Come on, let's go disassemble the central inscription. It shouldn't take long.
You said it's very complicated. Minigame?
Points for agility.
Here we are. This is the place.
This cliff is pretty high. What are we going to do here? Are we going to climb to the very top and then throw this inscription down the cliff?
We're disassembling it, not destroying it, Paimon. I'm sure Xilonen knows what she's doing.
I'm going to use phlogiston to make an engraving circle on the cliff wall. That will allow me to investigate the internals of the central inscription. Now let me see if this thing can even turn on. I was still an apprentice last time I used it. Before we attempt to engrave the inside pattern of an ancient name with phlogiston, we always use this to draw out the engraving diagram on a cliff or open ground. Only after we've confirmed that phlogiston can flow properly through the internal engravings, can we start formally working on the small internal engravings of the ancient name. If we want to dismantle the central inscription in a non-destructive manner, we'll have to use this thing. I really don't want to engrave such a large diagram with my bare hands.
Oh, so you'll be able to see what it looks like on the inside without ruining Tlasoli's inscription?
For the most part. If it were just an ordinary unfinished ancient name piece, I'd just take it apart and pour phlogiston into the internal engravings to see everything. But since it's a central inscription, it would be better not to destroy the blessing that Auntie has prepared for Nichka.
So, Xilonen, does this central inscription fall under the 20% you understand about ancient names, or the other 80% you don't understand?
There's an 80% chance that it's part of the 20%. Is that's not true? That's not true. Why would it be? She just tries to confuse Paimon.
Oh, don't worry. As I said, Auntie and I share an understanding of the most important principle, which is names are intrinsically valuable. Only by having names can things be sorted and categorized. They allow the world to become more orderly and identifiable.
Only buy?
For example, when I order ore, I would usually say I need volcanic crystals of about 35% purity and no more than 3% of impurities. Without specific names, I would only be able to go to the ore merchant and say, I want this and this. No, this isn't it. That one. No, not that one either. Yeah, you see what I mean?
No.
Names are a crucial part of how we standardize our workflow. Without names, phew, the work would be impossible.
Makes sense. So you're talking about it from a technical perspective?
Yes, because forging ancient names is first and foremost a technical job. There's no debating that. As for the question of why it's important, as long as it does not affect your ability to perform your work, you'll gradually understand it as you put the process into practice.
Okay, you really care about efficiency above all else. Sounds like the most efficient approach.
After all, creating an ancient name is quite the complicated process.
Okay.
Well, let me
Realized
break it down
that
even
already.
further. We're not in the tribe right now anyway. Essentially, by forging ancient names, I'm assigning nicknames to the heroes in Outland's history.
Okay, I get it now.
Giving someone a name
Really?
is a subjective expression. You just need to express your hopes and wishes for them.
Okay.
But giving someone a nickname is a much more objective expression. To come up with a fitting and accurate nickname requires much thought and observation.
Okay.
If ancient names or nicknames aren't descriptive enough, no one will remember them anyway.
I don't remember what you said anyway.
So the best I can do is gather all the information I could and try to come up with the most fitting nicknames possible.
Okay.
Even a minor mistake in the process could cause people to misunderstand the nickname. For a name engraver such as myself, such mistakes would be considered a major blunder.
Oh. So sad. Paimon, nicknames are your specialty. See, your nicknames need more thought and observation, Paimon.
Paimon isn't trying to come up with a nickname for Xilonen. Besides, all of Paimon's nicknames have been very descriptive. Everyone can remember them.
I mean, that's true.
Phew. Now I'm curious. Why don't you, come up with one for me?
Because those are like ugly nicknames.
Are you serious?
Of course. This is also my line of work, you know. Go ahead.
A nickname? Xilonen. Well, she uses phlogiston to forge weapons and make names for others.
Don't overstress, Paimon. You'd better make it a good one. Stress or... Don't stress.
Smith?
Yeah, not bad. And quite fitting, too. I'll remember it. But, you should keep observing my work, Paimon. Maybe you'll come up with an even better nickname. Right, okay. Time to make like a smith and start smithing. Watch closely.
Okay. I don't think I will see... that I will ever see a hammer in her hand.
Bring it! Adjust the inclination by 2 degrees. The error margin is within an acceptable amount, but I'll extend the inscription link a little more just to be safe. I'll leave some space here. And when the linked engravings are activated, the inscriptions here will overlap with each other. And there! That should complete the flow.
Amazing, Xilonen! You were running all over that cliff as if it was flat ground!
Is that the power of the Children of the Echoes?
Oh no, it doesn't have anything to do with my tribe. It's just the, phlogiston adhesive I have on my shoes. But after all that running around, I'll have to infuse them with more phlogiston again. Huh. I should prepare a spare supply of phlogiston to bring with me next time.
Don't tell me you're actually already covered head to toe in work equipment.
More or less, yeah. I usually have at least the key equipment on hand. I can show them to you when we next find the time, but let's get to work first. Let me see. Start with Anchor 1 and activate it with Density 3 phlogiston.
Okay.
Whoa! A super huge diagram just appeared! Flasoli's central inscription is even floating!
After some time, the blast of phlogiston ceases and the central inscription returns to Xilonen's hands.
So are you done checking the inscription, Xilonen? How does it look?
I didn't find any anomalies in the phlogiston engraving. All the adjustments are indeed based on ancient name engraving techniques.
So you're saying that everything's normal, so that means...
That means we can help Flasoli and Nichka now, right?
Well, probably, but I have good news and bad news. Oh, but I'm also just going to go ahead and share both, so it's not like you'll have a choice in the matter.
Paimon will cover her ears after the good news.
Well, even if you cover your ears, the issue will still continue to exist. But, before we get to that, I want to ask the Traveler a question.
Oh, question.
What are your thoughts on absorbing memories?
Whoa! It's necessary to save Nechka. It somehow doesn't seem right. Because we faced something very similar with Nahida. So it doesn't seem right.
I knew you felt the same way, and that'll save me some initial explanation. I've never been very good at that anyway.
I realized it.
It's hard to control the absorption of memories. Technically speaking, this type of inscription has the power to do far more than absorb memories related to a single person. By herself, Auntie can't handle that level and scope of work, but if she has accomplices, it is completely possible for her to use this inscription to accomplish far bigger things.
Accomplices? You make it sound like she's committing a crime!
She kinda is. Like stealing memories, I definitely think that it's not legal.
Well, here's the good news. Yes, this Blaze Gem inscription would be the perfect tool to commit crimes, but we haven't found any accomplices or signs that she intends to put it to such uses. From a purely objective standpoint, we can consider that possibility as yet to be confirmed for now. The bad news is, there's still an underlying problem with this Blaze Gem inscription that cannot be ignored. I believe I've mentioned this before. Ancient names operate with the help of the Wyab, granting them the power to read information kept in the ley lines.
Yeah.
In this process, the Wyab actually function like relays, helping the ancient name bearer sense the information from within the ley lines.
That's actually mostly how I understood the vibe works.
If you remove the Wyab from the process and don't use any tools, then finding a specific story is akin to trying to scoop up a specific grain of sand from a rushing river.
So before you're even able to retrieve the sand, you would most likely drown.
Yeah, exactly. Anyone who attempts to do so will likely lose most of their cognitive function or become a babbling madman who talks to themselves all day long. Now, let's consider the memories that Auntie has gathered as the ley line, and Nichka as the only ancient name bearer of this ley line. There's no way Auntie would let Nichka plunge into the river of memories without any tools. She'd only be overwhelmed by the surge of memories. And considering that Nichka has forgotten all of her past, she'll be unable to work on her own to accurately find the correct past.
Okay, now we are in the territory. So there is no way Auntie. Now Auntie here being someone from Celestia even could even be the primordial one. There is no way Auntie would let Nechka plunge into the river of memories without any tools. Tools here could refer to Paimon, even. Nechka the Traveler. Into the river of memories without any tools, she'd only be overwhelmed by the surge of memories, and constantly that Nechka has forgotten all of her past and she'll be unable to work on her own to accurately find the correct past. Okay, next sentence can be important.
Only Aunt Tlisoli can help her filter the correct memories of her past.
Okay, you don't see my face, so maybe the tools aren't, but if the primordial one is Auntie, then the tools can be the same, that only Aunt Tlisoli can help her filter the correct memories of her past, so she would be putting herself there as a tool to help with the memories.
So, if my hypothesis is correct, Auntie is actually planning on turning herself into Nechka's Wyab to help her extract the corresponding memories in the different situations she may face. In an ideal world, this would be perfectly fine, as long as every extracted memory is correct. Nechka would essentially be getting her past back. And I also believe that there won't be any mistakes in everything that Auntie remembers about Nechka. But Auntie is not a Wyab. Her body won't be able to handle the load for long.
Okay, here everything falls apart. But maybe the allegory has been finished and this is now another part of the story that refers to different stuff. So if there's like a plot twist, then in that twist it's not Nechka but Auntie who needs saving. So at any moment she might just I see this is the problem that we can't ignore.
How can we solve this problem? No matter how we try, Tlasoli will...
Yeah, she's already made up her mind. She's ready to pay the price.
Names are blessings for the future from people standing in the past. I've also made up my mind. Come on, let's go see Auntie.
You wouldn't have. She would finish the work without you. You know that. And I don't think that that's actually a bad thing or anything like that. I mean, it's an unfortunate thing, but that's a sacrifice that any parent would make for their kid, and not a non-understandable one. You will? Give me. Why are you running? Ha. Okay, let's see. What do you have to say for yourself? Come on.
Ah, Xilonen. It looks like you've made your decision. Am I right?
Oh, she knew that we are going to be thinking about that as well.
Yes, here's some research that I've done. You can reference it to modify the way the central inscription operates. I'll also help you continue working on the Blaze Gem inscriptions, but I must have complete control over all the inscriptions and the ability to oversee their uses. The memories that can be absorbed by the inscription will be limited solely to Nichka's past. We'll plan a set time frame together from which the memories can be drawn from shortly. If you attempt to extract any memories beyond this scope, then I'll consider that as committing a criminal act and halt all work related to the central inscription.
I mean, that's reasonable.
After the memory bank is constructed, the Blaze Gem inscription's absorption functions must be stopped immediately. Only functionalities for outputting memories will be kept.
I accept. Thank you, Xilonen. I really...
Auntie, you know I can't stand it when you do this. If you needed my help, you should have just said so. There's no need to beat around the bush like you did.
Using technology for ancient names to forge other things without permission is no trivial matter.
Yes, it's a major departure from the technology's intended use, but it's nothing compared to a child who needs help, compared to a name that's about to be lost. But once this is all over, you must come with me to see Pakal and discuss everything that happened.
That's fine. I'm willing to accept any punishment for my little Nachka.
All right, let's clear off the table and come up with a plan.
The table is clear.
I need some time to consider how to let Nachka control the Blaze Gem inscription on her own and extract the memories from her past. Oh, by the way, did you give the book to Nachka?
How could I just hand her a birthday present that you specially brought for her?
Okay, are we going to see
picked
her?
out a box and packaged it up. Wait till her birthday and then bring it to her. It'll be a nice surprise.
No, it's just an old book. There's no need to...
Oh, again? It sounded like inscriptions for, or what?
Oh, is Nachka up again? But what was all that noise? It sounded like something broke.
Or like, you know, the same thing that Xilonen made noises when she was in her mess. Oh no, did she fall? Maybe she knocked something over.
Uh-oh. What if something fell on her? We should check. Paimon will go have a look.
Oh, well, no, don't do it. We'll...
Nachka, don't hurt yourself.
Xilonen, is that you?
Hey.
You're Nachka?
Huh?
How many times have I told you? Don't get out of bed on your own. You were running a fever yesterday.
Hello, Nachka.
Thank you for the book. I've already read it several times.
Huh? Okay. The cat is trying to get out of the bag.
You've already read it? But didn't Tlasoli package up the book that Xilonen brought?
No. She's all mixed up. The one she read isn't from Xilonen. It's one I bought for her before. A few days ago, she told me she wanted a book. I know nothing about these kinds of books, so I had no choice but to go to the tribe and look for a copy. I eventually found one and bought it for her. I put it in her room once I got back. Soon after, she suddenly developed a fever. I was so busy taking care of her that I forgot about the book and even forgot that she had asked you for a gift.
Auntie, do you know which version of the book you bought?
Which version? The shopkeeper said it was the one with the perfect ending to the story. Apparently that's the only one you can find on the market now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all my fault. You wasted your money and now it won't even be a surprise.
Oh, it's all right. It's just a book. As long as Nishka enjoys it, that's what matters.
Yeah, that's the point.
Oh, right. Nechka probably doesn't know us.
You're Paimon and Miss Traveler. Mom told me about you.
Okay. This memory thing is a little bit of weird.
Oh, seems like everyone knows who we are now.
And no need to introduce ourselves anymore. Hello, Nechka.
Yeah, Nishka seems to be doing pretty well today. Since she's been stuck indoors for the last few days, why don't we take her out for a walk?
Right. Let's check her temperature. Seems the fever is gone.
Take her for a walk. But considering her condition, I don't think she...
Oh, don't worry, Auntie. She'll be safe with the Traveler and me. We won't leave the tribe, and if anything comes up, we'll be sure to find the doctor immediately.
And also there are like tribespeople, bandits and whatnot right in front of your door, but we are going to take a walk.
Besides, it's her birthday in a few days, and we need to go to the tribe to buy some things. Let's give her a proper celebration.
Okay.
What do you think, Auntie?
I promise I'll be good, Mom. Didn't you say before that I need more fresh air? All right. As you wish. I also happen to have a few repaired Blaze Gem inscriptions that I need to get back to the tribe. We can go together. Wait for a moment. I'll go get Nechka's water bottle and some towels. Some medicine. Oh, and a parasol.
Let's only enter Nechka's room after quickly packing, blah blah blah.
Talk about being prepared.
Yeah, we can camp out with all that stuff.
It doesn't hurt to be prepared. Okay, let's go. Please be good now, Nechka. Don't cause any trouble for Xilonen and the others.
Oh, you can let me carry these. And don't be a stranger, Nechka. Feel free to tell us anything. And even I was quite a handful for Auntie when I was little.
Yeah! It's not often you get to go out to play, so just have fun. Everything will be fine.
If you don't stir up some trouble when you're little, then you'll never get the chance again. That's so cool, that's true. Oh, that's a very good point. Okay.
Okay, thanks everyone. And please don't worry, Mom. I'll be good. Let's go look for Ignal. I've had her Blaze Gem inscription for a while now, and I'll finally return it to her today.
Can we get into the... No, we can't. Can we get into the... No, we can. Can we get outside? Yes, we can. The thick platans. What? Who did recognize me?
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
But why? Right. That's deceiving. Don't we see any of those hooks in the air?
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Tosoli, what brings you to the tribe today?
Why
Oh,
seen a
Nichka
hat like
too.
this? Why does it make me think of the New Hope from Star Wars? Like a rebel helmet. Oh, also construction helmet. Also a little bit of Marvin the Paranoid Android. Paranoid Android. Yeah, that was a Hungarian pronunciation, but I said it so many times in Hungarian, so I can't pronounce it different without concentrating a lot.
Oh, she seems to be doing much better now. She's even out and about. I'm sure it won't be long before she'll be playing with Chenille and the others.
And she's going to remember?
I hope so. Here, Igno. This is your inscription. I finished repairing it.
Oh, thank you for bringing it back for me. Oh, by the way, I came across a piece of good quality ore a while ago. I was thinking of using it to make some pretty jewelry for little Nichka. I remember that Nichka would become so happy every time she saw a shiny ring. Right, Nichka?
I'm sure she'd love that. Thank you.
My pleasure. Give me a moment. I'll bring the ore.
Okay.
Oh, I can make the jewelry for her. What kind would you like, Nichka?
I would like... something shaped like an embercore flower would be nice. She was always asking me before to make her an ancient name with an embercore flower design.
Noted. I'll make that as a gift for her next birthday. Sorry, Nichka. It won't be a surprise for you.
That's okay. Thank you, Xilonen.
Found it! Sorry to keep you waiting. Here, please take it. By the way, Nichka, feel free to write to me if you ever want to know more about ores. Well, I was shocked last time when you wrote me out of the blue asking for a volcanic crystal.
What? Okay, something was found out.
Sorry about that. She can hardly contain her curiosity now that she started to recover. She's still too weak to go out whenever she wants, so she begs me every day to help her write letters to people in the tribe about all sorts of things.
That's how you know she's one of the children of Echoes. It's normal for us to be interested in ore.
Everything's looking up! Oh, we're just like the main character in the new version of To Kill the Brave, when he was about to save his brother Remak.
Kinda don't see the connection, but yeah.
According to the story, we should be right around... let Paimon see... To kill prayed to the goddess of mountains and fire. Let my brother's name ever live on. I am willing to sacrifice my heart and blood in return. The goddess replied, I've heard your prayer, but your brother is no longer your kin. His name has sunken into the deepest of depths.
But that's not the version she remembers.
Then Tequil said, turn my blood to fire so my heart may illuminate the depths. I will bring my brother back before my blood runs dry. Oh, you remembered that whole line, Nichka? Paimon remembers that's exactly what the book... huh? Wait, what did the book say?
You forgot, but didn't you just read it, Paimon?
Paimon finished both books in one sitting. A lot of their content is nearly the same, so it's easy to get mixed up. But the ending in the older version is more interesting, even if it's hard for kids to, well, completely understand.
What the fuck? I'm trying to think.
Oh, wait! Nichka hasn't read the other ending. It's okay, just wait a bit and Paimon will read it out for you.
Alright.
That's not true. Actually, I already know the other ending.
Because that memory was already extracted from somebody.
You already know the other ending? But didn't you only read the edition your mom got for you?
Hey, what are you all chatting about so happily?
Huh?
What the fuck is going on?
Mom, Miss Traveler and I were just talking about the ending of that book. We were just talking about how the bad guy was defeated and everyone returned home safely. It's a really happy ending.
That's not the other ending she was talking about. Because it's in parentheses. This is the parentheses, yeah, in brackets. So yeah, we don't say that out loud then.
Aren't happy endings always nice? But if you already read the whole thing, then what will Mom have to read to you at bedtime?
Huh.
Guess you'll have to go to bed early tonight. But I'll buy you some more fairy tales next time, okay?
Okay, Mom.
So how's the ore?
It's pretty good quality. I'll be able to give Nechka a beautiful and durable piece of jewelry for her next birthday. But, you know, for now, let's focus on celebrating her upcoming birthday. Where are we headed to next, Auntie?
Next, let's visit Apishpalan. He should be close by. Stay close, Nechka. Don't go too far.
Okay.
Yes, Mom.
Are you running away?
Why do my eyebrows keep twitching today?
Oh, I have that. My eye lid likes to twitch. And it was actually twitching a few hours ago.
That means you're about to hit the jackpot, Apishpalan.
I didn't expect to have 2 name engravers coming in today. Welcome. What are you looking to buy, Tlazoli? I'll give you a discount like usual.
Whoa! Offering a discount just like that? Tlasoli sure has connections.
She was once our name engraver and did a lot for the tribe. It's only fair that I offer her a discount.
Thank you for your generosity. I've finished repairing your Blasium inscription. Here, have a look. Come on, Nechka. Say thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, so this is Nechka. Tlazoli has shown me some pictures before. It looks like you're doing much better now. How about this? Go ahead and pick anything you'd like from the store. Think of it as a gift from me.
No, that's all right. Mom told me that you've already given a lot to our family.
Oh, well, that was for your family. I've never given anything just for you. If you don't feel like it, you can also let your mom choose for you.
Oh, no need to stand on ceremony, Auntie. Go ahead and pick something for Nechka. His drills and small clamps are good quality. The measurements of each part are exact, and they're always very durable. I always come here to buy things if I find myself in a pinch. Oh, do you have any child-friendly safety scissors? I remember seeing a few different styles.
I have a few in stock, but I put them in the back. Let me bring some out for you to pick.
Okay.
Oh, no need to bring them all the way here. Why don't we just go in the back and choose there? It should only take a moment.
Now Xilonen plays into let's take Auntie away so we can talk to Nechka a little bit.
I don't know much about that kind of scissors. Why don't you just go yourself and...
Well, there are too many different designs and varieties of kid scissors. If you don't come and help me choose, I won't be able to pick one that Nechka would like. Come on, Auntie. It'll only take a moment.
Okay.
And there goes Xilonen dragging Tlasoli off to buy more stuff. Oh, what a busy day.
Let's just wait for them here. Be sure to stay close,
I
Nechka.
won't run off. Paimon, who's your favorite character in To Kill the Brave?
Paimon's favorite? Tequila, of course. He went through a lot to rescue his family. In the old version of the story, he was never able to reunite with his family, but he was still really strong and fought as best as he could.
He's a brave character. I admire his courage.
What about you, Nichka? Which character do you like?
And she's always looking this way.
I like Remak.
And the reasoning?
Oh, the one who was possessed by Quatlique, but never forgot his brother Tequil. He was also an amazing character. If it wasn't for his determination, both he and his brother would have been defeated by Quatlique in the final battle.
Oh, you remember all the details, Paimon. Seems like you were really immersed in the story.
Of course! A story's only interesting if you can really get immersed in it. Hey, Nichka, why don't we play pretend? You can be Remak, and Paimon will be Tequil, okay?
You just like reciting epic lines.
Miss Traveler, can I play the role of Quatlique?
Ah. So that's what she likes.
But isn't she the villain? In the old version, she even ate Remak and took on his appearance.
You said it yourself. That's the old version. That was the Bon Nechka read.
Ah, right. She read the version with a happy ending. And that one, Quatlique was defeated and the brothers both survived. Well, it doesn't matter. Only the lines at the end were different. You can go on ahead and say your favorite lines, Nichka. Paimon's read both versions, so she'll be able to play along.
My favorite line is the one from the end. It's...
It's...
Come here, Nichka. Look at you. You're sweating.
Mom!
Uh-huh.
Let me wipe your forehead. Now, drink some water. This child. You forget everything as soon as you start playing.
We've picked something up for Nichka. A Paishpalan will deliver it to Auntie's house once he's packaged it up. How was Nichka?
Oh, we were just about to get to the exciting part.
Xilonen, did you leave us with Nechka on purpose so we could talk with her alone?
Really? Oh, now that Paimon thinks about it, Xilonen has dragged Tlisoli away from us a couple of times now. But why?
Because Nechka has a strange look on her face. Seems like she has something to say.
Let's talk later. Just trust me and act normal for now. Oh, we should head to our last stop, Auntie. It's real hot today, and we shouldn't let Nichka be in the heat for too long.
Right. Let's go see Chevin and head back home.
Okay. This is so confusing, but I'm in for it.
I finished repairing your Blaze Gem inscription, Chevin. I've also reinforced it so it shouldn't fall apart so easily now.
Thank you. How about the volcanic crystal? Was it usable?
Yes, thanks for that.
You're welcome. I just want to see Nichka get better.
And like everybody.
Thank you, Miss Chevin.
It's fine. Honestly, you're both too polite for your own good.
I was wondering where you got the ore for such a large-scale Blaze Gem inscription. So you must be one of Auntie's accomplices, then.
Oh, Xilonen.
You already
We
know
already
what's
know what's
going
going
on.
on.
Oh, I don't need to read it. We're all doing our best for Nechka.
You had me worried there. I thought we'd been found out. We'd be in real trouble if Bakal ever got wind of it. To be honest, I won't be able to cover it up for much longer. I've been traveling away from home every few days, and the ore reserves have noticeably decreased. The last time Bakal came and asked me about it, I could only say that I'd been using up a lot of ore to research new styles of jewelry. As for why I had been leaving so often, I said that I had found a new ore vein and wanted to extract some new gems from it. Sorry. I've been talking my head off. Please, come in and have a seat.
Sure, we can sit for a moment, but...
What?
Miss Chevin, can I go see some of the jewelry over there?
You mean Amisha's work? Sure, go ahead. Remember to stay in the shade as much as you can.
And we will promise that we will look after her.
Paimon wants to go too! We'll go together. Paimon hasn't looked at Natlan's jewelry very closely yet.
I have to buy you some. If the price is good, we could buy you a whole set.
Really? Then Paimon's gonna take a good look at what they have.
Okay.
You haven't bought any jewelry for a while, Auntie. Why don't you pick one out?
Xilonen is taking Tlotsori with her again. Let's keep talking with Nechka.
Come on, Nichka! We don't know anything about Natlan's jewelry, so you can help us pick something out.
Miss Traveler,
Come here, Nachka.
Huh?
Huh?
Sorry, Chevin and Xilonen, but it's already getting late. We should be heading back now.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be Nachka's birthday in a few days, and there's still a lot for us to do before then.
No problem. I'll be sure to bring her some beautiful jewelry to celebrate.
Okay.
Mom,
Jewelry is just thrown around here, left and right. What the?
You're getting hot again. Here, Mom will carry you. Let's get going. You forget to take care of yourself once you start playing. Let's go back and we'll have a talk.
I didn't.
Nachka, I never taught you to lie.
Sorry, Mom.
Nichka's looking at us. Paimon feels like something's not right. What should we do?
Just wait. Stay quiet. Let's see what Xilonen says.
No, Nachka was having so much fun today that she forgot the time. It's not a big deal. Let me help carry her home. I'm worried you would also have to recover if you carried her the whole way.
No, it's fine. I'll carry her. Let's go, Nachka. It's time to go home.
Tlotsori declines her help and leaves the tribe, carrying Nechka. That was a teleport. For some reason. What the fuck is happening? Just want to understand.
Thank you, everyone, for spending so much time with us today. Please be sure to come to Nachka's birthday party.
We'll be there. I hope she'll continue to feel better.
All right. It's nearly bedtime for Nachka, so let's part our ways here.
Oh, Auntie, remember to give her the book, that copy of To Kill the Brave I brought. I went to a lot of trouble to find it.
I understand. Really, do you think I'd let your efforts go to waste?
Kind of.
It's very special to receive a book from you. I'm sure she'll put it somewhere safe. Right, Nachka?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thanks, Xilonen.
Oh, put it somewhere? Isn't she going to read it?
Well, I've read the story to her many times already. She's even memorized nearly every line.
Things don't add up.
Oh, that won't be a problem, Auntie. Nachka's probably never heard this version of To Kill the Brave.
Oh. What's different about this version?
The majority is about the same, but the ending is different from the one that you bought her. The one I gave her is the unedited version that was originally published. It was released long before Nachka fell ill.
Oh, but I remember you were never very interested in fairy tales, Xilonen.
Huh?
Huh. Well, I was just thinking that if what you said about Nachka's illness is true, she shouldn't be able to remember anything about her past before her illness. So, the ending to the original version of To Kill the Brave is also part of the past that she should have forgotten.
Uh-huh.
In other words, if she hasn't recently read the old version of the story, then she shouldn't possibly know the ending, right?
I don't understand. Why are you so concerned about the ending of this book? Even if she does remember the ending, what does that prove?
Okay, so she... what I'm thinking about it, is she noticing? I mean, she noticing that something isn't right, but did she notice that she being had? Because it's kind of like really, it's like a confrontation, but she acts like she doesn't know that she outed herself already.
Maybe she snuck out somewhere when I wasn't watching and read the first edition of the story.
Oh, okay, that is a possibility. After all, she does remember things that have happened recently. In which case, yeah, let's go ask around the tribe and see if anyone remembers Nichka reading the book. There are only a few shops in the tribe that sell books, or we can just ask Nichka where she'd read it.
The booksellers all have inscriptions, so there's a chance that their memories...
So, you admit that the inscriptions can affect the tribe's current memories?
Yep.
I was very clear that I would consider that a crime and would stop all work on it.
But okay, now it makes sense. But I thought that it's a deeper problem. I mean, it's probably deeper still. So this is just like the first step of revealing.
There must be a few more books at home. I
do not wish to see your blood be reduced to ash, but I have seen the light of your heart and spirit.
I beg your pardon?
Nichka, where did you read that book? Answer me.
Go home, Nichka. Are you disobeying me?
You're the one who wrote me the letter, Nichka. You're the one who wanted the book. Only you can speak for yourself. We're listening, Nichka. Right here, right now.
Remember my name, brother. As long as you remember me, I will never have left.
Silence.
That's the line from the old ending. Nichka remembers it.
Okay, but what? What?
I know everything. Xilonen, help me, please.
Something's
What?
blocking the door.
Get back!
Oh, that was cool.
Xilonen, wait for us.
The tunnel is blocked. We can't go in. There might also be traps.
Whoa. What are all those things on Nichka's walls?
It seems Auntie put all the extra inscriptions she made here.
There is no one here. Where did they go?
If she's trying to finish that ancient name, there's only one place she could go. Come on, follow me.
So it's because she acts like it's for evil purposes, not like she has to go through evil things to do good. Oh, there. So that is why there was this cave here. So we are entering a domain. It's going to be a fight, right? But it's a story fight, so Unga bunga. Oh, and Xilonen.
What is this place?
Auntie's workshop. It was supposedly closed after she stepped down from her position in the tribe. But it appears that we've all been deceived.
Huh.
Why are there people up ahead?
If you're up to shady business, you have to hire shady people to help you. Let's go, don't hesitate!
Okay. We don't have much phlogiston though. Do we have anything to... probably not. The phlogiston! The phlogistons. Wait. Should I be able to board the Tepetlisar? Here in some way? Oh, I can just do this? Ah! Wow! Well,
10 points for agility.
so why wasn't I going with the flow? So do I need to do this on my own? Ooh. Not currently in Atlan. That's such a strange thing to say. Like, how does this double tap if we're not in Atlan? Also, am I missing the chests? Or anything? Could be. Probably.
Are you running away?
Come on, show me your courage.
Come on!
Quake.
Oh, wrong character.
Out of the way or get blown away. Solidify.
You're not dropping anything. Shame. What the?
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
No chest. What the? What the? Interesting that I cannot jump off of it. Off of it. Okay.
Alright, let's finish this fast. Let's get it on!
Come on.
Gather. Strike like stone! Strike like stone!
Great names echo!
So how does this thing work?
Locked on.
Yes, you are.
The door's closed here too. Where should we go now?
The transport system seems to still be functioning. Let's go look for the controls and get this cart running again. Maybe it can take us further inside.
Let's do it.
All right, let's keep going.
Let's. Right. Oh, and it closed.
Points for agility.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to do. There. Am I missing anything? Probably not. Okay. So yeah. So we cannot use those. What?
You got here quick. Impressive.
And what you're doing?
Nichka's up there! What are you planning to do to her?
I never lied to you. All this time, I've only been trying to save my daughter. Even though she's not my daughter yet. But once everything is over, she will really become my Nichka.
Okay. Even though she's not my daughter yet. Now, if so, Nechko has died? Question mark. Because if she didn't, and this is her body. No mother would like talk like this as if she's not her daughter. So coming from that, this is a different body for some reason or somehow. Maybe that's just the writer's choice to phrase it that way to confuse us, but still, I think that that's a weird way to put it if she's really her daughter, just not the personality yet because of the missing memories. And now, this way, she would become. More like thinking about the implications on the main story. Not how this affects it, but it's more like how this represents it. Somebody is asleep, dying for memories. And Tabot is... So this would make sense if the primordial one is the one who is dying. And the way how Tabot's history ends is how we would be able to save her. That would make a lot of sense. That would also be fitting with Paimon being the primordial one.
What is she saying? Is she not Nechka?
Infusing memories, forgetting the past.
So you figured it out. I want to use memories to awaken my Nechka. She has stayed in the Night Kingdom for far too long. She's afraid of the dark and cold. I'm the one who made her stay there alone, so I must bring her back. Don't worry, Nechka. Mom hasn't forgotten anything. She has always remembered your name.
Night Kingdom? So is Nechka already dead?
I'm afraid so.
Fuck.
Then who's that girl lying up there?
She's a child from my tribe. Her parents were killed in the same abyss attack. But wouldn't you know it, her birthday is the same as that of my Nechka.
How convenient.
I raised her and took care of her for many years. I thought that taking her in would help me feel better. I was so happy the first time she was willing to call me Mom. But then, I suddenly felt very, very scared. Is she really my child? My child's name is Nechka. It could only be Nechka.
Okay, so you went crazy.
How could I be happy? My little Nechka is still waiting for me to get her home.
Okay.
As I said, I only want to bring Nechka back, even if it costs me everything.
Now the thing is, I hate to say anything like that, and I really think that the voice actor didn't know that this should be much more dramatic, not just like reading the lines, because I just can't think that she knew how to deliver these lines. There is no way. And it's like, compared to what is happening on the screen, it doesn't really make sense. And yeah, it ruins the scene a lot.
And now, the time has come for me to pay.
It's like somebody was just reading up the lines without knowing the context.
As As for my useless ancient name, it's finally time to put it to good use.
Huh.
If you're not willing to help me, then you can become the fuel for Nechka's ancient name. Xilonen, you have yet to make a move. I take it you're examining the inscriptions around you. It's no use. I've already set up the blaze gem inscriptions, and the engraving diagram has already begun to run. It's all thanks to your ideas. Now, the central inscription will finally become Nechka's ancient name. After Nechka returns, I'll make sure to invite you to her birthday party.
Let her go. Get behind me, Paimon.
You're not gonna go up there, are you?
Nechka is already dead. We can't let her harm an innocent child.
There's a flaw in this engraving diagram. The weak point is almost about to activate. So on my mark.
Don't worry, Nechka. Don't worry. Mom is here.
3.
Mom will always be with you. I'll never forget you.
2.
Wake up, Nechka. Now. Please, wake up.
1!
It's alright.
Oh.
It's alright. You'll see Mommy soon. Nechka.
Keep back! Those are distorted thoughts. And the mists are the thoughts' twisted cries. If you become tainted by them, they will control you, and you'll never be free again.
Where are you? I don't want medicine. It hurts. It hurts. Why am I alone?
Nechka, why?
No more medicine. Will you stay with me forever? Please never leave me again.
Tlasoli, you're the one who twisted Nechka's name into a shackling prison. It's time for you to hear her true voice. Stone engraved and echoing peaks. Converge, disperse. In ashes be reborn. For flames born anew, and the blazing dawn.
Mommy will be with you. Nechka. Always. And forever.
Mommy, I've always been with you. And now you're finally listening to me. The old births the new, as flowers shield the roots, so life ever cycles until we return to the loam. We've known each other a while, but we've never met.
You're Nechka?
Yes, but I still don't know your name.
My name's Nepeka.
It really suits you. Nepeka. I bless you from the past and wish that every day of your future will be filled with peace and happiness.
Every journey has its final day.
Okay.
Don't
rush.
I saw Nechka and was speaking with her, but now, where did she go?
Well, she's been freed. This could be really hard for her. I mean, what she was doing is evil, but this still probably is really hard for her. Oh fuck.
Nechka? Nechka? Where are you? Answer Mummy. Please. Please. Xilonen, you saw her too, didn't you? You saw my little Nechka. I felt her hands and hugged her. I was right. I was right.
No, you weren't.
Those gray shadows were just a minor mistake. I just need to restart the ritual again. Alright, I'll start it again and Nechka will...
Have you still not come to your senses, Auntie?
What senses? I was not wrong. Nothing about what happened was wrong.
Nothing.
She's just a little upset and was trying to ignore me. That child sure knows how to throw a tantrum. But I understand. I can accept that.
Enough, Tlasoli! The person you summoned with the Blaze Gem inscription wasn't the real Nechka at all. You collected memories of Nechka from countless people, but you forgot one thing. Among what you gathered were not only real memories, but also countless emotions. Didn't you realize what kind of emotions people would feel upon seeing Nechka's condition? When people held a dying child's hand, when they felt her faint breath and saw the helplessness in her eyes, when they sensed her body growing colder and colder, what could they feel but abject pain and sorrow?
I took those emotions.
You absorbed those emotions into the Blaze Gem inscriptions and solidified them as a piece of her past. Those gray figures were projections of that past. They could only reproduce the appearance of Nechka in her sickly state. What the real Nechka wished to say was drowned out by those twisted and painful thoughts.
I didn't want things to turn out like this. All I wanted was to remember Nechka, to see her again.
Nechka has always been with you, Auntie. Everything has long been recorded on your ancient name, the one you said was useless. You exhausted every option and sacrificed everything in the hopes of saving your daughter. That is undeniable. But have you forgotten the true meaning of your own ancient name?
My ancient name is Undugu.
The immovable love between you and Nechka has already been recorded in your ancient name, but you chose to ignore that. Names are blessings from the past to the future. You told me that, Auntie. You gave Nechka her name, her first blessing. But now, you've turned her name into a prison by taking an innocent child captive, and you've imprisoned yourself.
Nechka is everything to me. Without her, I can't see any future for me. And as for blessings, what blessings have I had since the day she passed? I see her in my dreams every day, grasping my hand, telling me she's in pain, asking me to hold her. But I can't say anything. I can't grasp her hand. All I can do is shout her name over and over again until I wake up. Every day, every single day, I've hated myself and ancient names too. Who knows? Maybe hate would have been the only thing left to her too.
You think Nechka would have come to hate you? Auntie, do you still remember the last words Nechka ever said to you? Do you remember what her final words really were? The reason you haven't felt blessed is because you've forgotten the true past. Auntie, you've been wallowing in memories of your imagination and refused to let go of them.
That's very interesting because as I interpret it, she kinda started with her own memories to inject into this Rebecca, as she called. But memories work the way that the mind fills up the blank space. I mean, tries to. But in this case, it's like her imagination, her wishes and everything, and like her desires filled up those. Oh, there's another subject that I could get into. It's not just memories, but usually like how we know people, we know like barely percentages of other people, and our mind does educated guesses what that people could be, but those are what the rest of those people could be, but those are filled up by our not just our own thoughts, but our own misconceptions, our own fears, or like and it uses the emotions that we have towards that person. Let it be very simple, very little. It could be that somebody just just introduced themselves like 5 seconds after we first saw them, never heard anything, but we already have an impression about them, and the mind fills up the rest right away. We know that we don't know, but if we pay attention, then we can recognize that we already assume. Now, those assumptions are something to be careful about, because getting to know that person will give us more percentages, but we will never know anyone else. Never. Actually, that you can never know what the other people thinks. You can believe, you can expect, you can whatever, like you can have that educated guess, and it could be right. It's just you cannot know. And that's where faith comes in. Not the religious faith, but more like faith, like trust, and then stuff like that. The really important stuff, I think, between people is that kind of connection that we can have with people that we don't know. Not that we can have with people that we know, but with those parts of them that we don't know for sure. I think because I'm not a religious person, but I think this is much more important than how you believe in God. It's like how you believe in people around you. Especially it's important when you don't believe in God. Like I don't, but I believe in nature.
A name without a past is nothing but a withered tree with no roots, rotting without a future.
Now, why is the tree the example here? A name without a past is nothing but a withered tree. The withering was in Sumeru. With no roots. The roots are the ley lines. But they are underground, and this underground part is very important, because I think the memories are there, and the tree itself is holding up the sky.
It's over, Auntie. It's all over now.
Slowly now. Why don't you stay lying down? Oh, on second thought, this might not be the best place to rest. Xilonen, Nichka, Napecha can already stand now, so we made our way over.
Now it's Nepeka, not Nepecha, not no, or because if Paimon says Nepecha, then it's probably that way. Then the little girl who has 2 lines in the whole story. Let me help you. I can carry you.
Thank you, Paimon and Miss Traveler. I'm fine, really. The real Nichka helped me just now, so it doesn't hurt much anymore.
That's good. If you became Nichka, then this story would really become the To Kill the Brave. This isn't the place to chat. Come on, let's get out of here.
But what about Tlasoli?
She can get out of here when she wants.
Oh, don't worry. She won't be able to cause any more trouble now.
Huh. It's all over. You leave the workshop once outside Xilonen asks. Stuff. Okie doke.
Are you running away?
We're going to have a long...
Alright, I've locked Auntie in the house with a few ropes. I'll take her to the tribe shortly to be punished for what she did.
So we'll take a look down from the cliff. That's what I was about to say.
As for now, we can get away from the house and get some sun. After dealing with all of that, I'm completely out of energy.
Okay, so what are we going to do with Napecha?
She's already planned out everything. Xilonen sure doesn't waste time. It's still so scary to imagine. Tlasoli wanted to turn her adopted child into Nichka, and she even nearly succeeded.
Good thing we found it out in time, but nobody cares about the kid just standing there. Xilonen knew what to do right away.
Yeah, she was so cool in the final moments. She went right into action and took control of the situation instantly.
Well, it's all thanks to Nepeka's resilience.
So it's
She
Nepeka
never
now.
gave up. If it weren't for her bravely trying to get help, then I wouldn't have noticed Auntie's plan so easily.
You're so brave, Nepeka, or you're so smart, Nepecha. Whichever you prefer. I mean, Nepeka is what you said, so I go with that for now.
It was thanks to all of you encouraging me. After all, this was already the last idea I could think of. I tried to get the attention of many others who visited before, but they were all either quickly whisked away by Tlasoli or simply refused to believe me.
Oh, the motherfuckers.
Even if I told them everything, Tlasoli would just blame my illness to cover it up. All she had to do was start to cry, and then the guest would try to comfort her, but completely forget about me.
Huh. Now that's a commentary on society.
She would inspect all the letters I sent and any gifts I received. And then, if I didn't comply, she would force me to drink some strange medicine. It would put me to sleep for a few days, and it would be hard for me to remember anything. I would see a lot of weird things while I slept, and the walls around me would start talking.
Oh, that's actually torturing.
I would be so scared every day. If I wasn't able to get your help this time, I might have just given up.
It's all in the past now.
You have us now, Nepeka. If anyone dares to hurt you again, the Traveler and Xilonen will send them flying!
Yeah. Sorry. I just can't help it.
You are already super brave, and you even managed to call Xilonen for help. Oh, you definitely found the right person. Xilonen isn't the kind of person who gets distracted easily by crying. She pays attention when someone's talking and doesn't miss a beat.
And she knows about crocodile tears. Something I should have learned like more than 20 years ago.
And it was because of your help that I was able to pick up on the details. Without you, it would have been extremely difficult for her to communicate that she needed help.
Uh-huh. I'm not in the right direction.
Tlisoli would certainly be more on guard if I tried to speak with her, and would probably have just kept Nepeka locked up in a room again.
So we had a part to play too! But where did Tlisoli even get the confidence to try this scheme? When Nechka was alive, surely many tribe members would have tried to help her. Was she not scared that someone would realize that Nepeka wasn't Nechka?
Now it's Nepeka, okay. You confused me, Paimon. She must have been using the Blaze Gem inscription for a very long time.
That's certainly a possibility. The inscription she created would not only collect information related to Nechka's past, but also actively erase people's memories of Nechka.
Yeah, so that's not that feature.
It's similar to graffiti. If you want to paint something new on a wall that has been painted before, then first you must remove the old painting.
No, that's not how it works, but you don't need to remove, you can paint over it. I mean, that's actually how graffiti people usually work. Other than when, but even then, when they are like using a popular space that was already used, but they don't want to just paint over it right away, then they paint it down. So also not remove the painting, but add the coating on it.
It's possible that I was also one of her targets, which would explain why she was so willing to let me have the central inscription.
Huh.
Oh, and you still took it? If it were Paimon, she would have thrown that thing away the first chance she had!
Well, you can uncover the truth without taking some risks, right? If I hadn't disassembled the inscription myself, I would have never realized her actual motives.
So you suspected her from the very beginning?
Oh, no, she's my auntie after all. How could I have seen her as a villain from the start? The most I did was keep the possibility and a corresponding plan in mind, and it was just our luck that the worst case scenario actually happened.
But if, I mean, if she thinks about the worst case scenario that Nechka already died, if that did not happen, that would have been a better luck, because then all this shouldn't have been come to pass.
But now that I look back on it, we still managed to rescue a suffering child, even if that wasn't our original intention. Anyway, I think we've just about summarized everything and praised each other enough by now. Everything is finally over, and Nepeka can finally be herself.
But she doesn't have a family.
So, what should I do now, Xilonen?
You should do whatever you like, of course. No one's going to lock you up anymore.
But I don't know what I can do. Everything I know is about Nechka. What she'd like to eat, which flowers she enjoyed, how she acted and spoke. I'm not her, but I can only be like her. I don't know, Xilonen. I just don't know.
Oh, don't worry, Nepeka. The Blaze Gem inscription isn't working anymore. No one will force you to be somebody else again.
But I no longer remember anything about myself now besides my name. What if I never remember my life and lose all of my past?
Lucky you, you don't have anything to remember now. It might be even painful.
I'm scared, Xilonen. What should I do?
Oh, don't cry, Nepeka.
She didn't ask what not to do, she asked what
Here,
to do.
take this. I took some ore from Tlasoli's collection and made this as a mold.
A blaze gem inscription! You can make them too?
Oh, of course not. It's just a pretty piece of stone. Take it. I've engraved your name, Nepeka, on the top. This is your first blessing, the one you received from a pair of people who loved you with all their hearts. It has always protected you and stood over you. For all of past, present, and future, it's never strayed far.
But I don't even remember the names of my parents. I don't remember anything.
Huh. I won't make any big promises and say everything will return to normal. I'm not sure what kind of future you will face. I can only promise that no matter what the future holds, your name will never fade. This is a blessing given to you by a name engraver. You'll continue to grow and mature as a sapling sprouts upward and becomes a healthy tree, or as birds spread their wings to fly high into the sky. Your name is your starting point, as well as your guide. Remember your name and everything you've experienced, and you'll know how to step into your future.
I'll do my best.
Okay.
You can do it, Nepeka!
You can do it. I will always be with you.
Thank you all. Xilonen, Paimon, and Miss Traveler.
If you really can't come up with what to do, don't worry. Just relax and take it easy. We're from the same tribe after all. If nothing else works, I can always go to the elders and look up your history. And until then, you can stay at my workshop. I can handle another mouth to feed.
So you do have a backup plan. Do you think you can find anything about her?
I don't know if the plan will work. I'm not even sure who I should look for. Well, rather than placing our hopes on a plan that relies so heavily on luck, we should just focus on ourselves. Well, anyway, enough about all that for now. Let me take Tlasoli back to the tribe first. Oh, come with me, Nepeka. Oh, gosh. I nearly forgot that we haven't even had dinner yet. What would you like to eat?
Huh? Oh, anything. I'm not picky.
Oh, good. Let's go. We have a lot of work to do. We have a very busy future ahead of us. Oh, and one more thing. Happy birthday, Nepeka.
Oh, yeah. In the same time that happened. And then she was never heard from again. The cornerstone of stars and flames. Somewhat age copy, new copy. So if we did not get it here. Is it going to be character level up material? Because we have that thing, 3 of those. Because that, if that's character level up material, then what kind? I mean, Because we cannot yet obtain it. Is it here that I'm looking for? Nope. Is it here? Nope. Kinda don't know where it is, but there is this free thing that that are probably going to be the constellations. Whatever. Not important yet, I guess.
Here's how I allocate my energy on a job. 70% goes
Oh.
to investigating,
Next day.
10% to making a final decision, and
Let's go there then.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Yep, I'm here for my box of something something. Okie doke. Again. Well, I don't know where those things have gone. But we're not done. It says visit Xilonen's workshop in the next day. Hmm.
Oh, you're here. Everything's been taken care of now. I was just about to go have a rest.
So what about Lazzoli? Will she be punished?
Well, the tribe is still discussing that. I mean, not many have ever used ancient names to commit a crime. Pakal will have a lot on his plate. What I do know is that Tlisoli's workshop will be closed permanently, and any remaining incomplete Blaze Gem inscriptions will be completely destroyed. And as for the completed Blaze Gem inscriptions, I'll be handling them, which, whew, yeah, yet another hassle to deal with. Anyway, at least her ancient name is fine. Otherwise, we'd have a real mess on our hands. Oh, and speaking of ancient names, I actually have some good news. The memories that were absorbed by the Blaze Gem inscriptions can be restored to their owners.
Oh, that's something that I did not expect.
Now, once all the Blaze Gem inscriptions stop working, the memories will return to their respective owners.
Huh, so everyone's memories of Nechka will all come back?
Yeah, that's right. Huh. Wait, now that I think about it, in her attempt to get Nechka to come back, Auntie made the entire tribe forget about her. Now, Nechka really is gone, but everyone is about to remember her. Phew, what a bizarre turn of events.
Oh, how's Nepeka doing?
She's resting in my workshop. I contacted others from the tribe and told them about my plan to conduct an official investigation into her history. The tribe hasn't responded yet, so I'm planning to take her in for now and teach her some crafting skills. But that's for another time. For now, she should just rest and sleep. After all, she's got a busy future ahead of her.
How do you know that? Did you read her name? So now it is actually finished. All right. That didn't count as much as I expected it to count, but whatever. If I would do... Oh, because we did stuff. Cover the true soul alongside Baraka. Having traversed mountain streams lakes. Umoja, Maripo. Utabiti. Bidi. So these are the 6. Kiangoji. I don't know what difference did we make, but we did make differences. Oh, there it was that I was looking for. This thing. This will probably be a constellation. I mean, 3 constellations at this point. So if I would do... Nope. Here? Well... That's already the... I have finished what I was doing. Segment of the video or the stream. I'm going to do this 2 times, I think. Now this they made it, Hoyo made this significantly easier.
Stabilize. I got him cornered.
I think it was actually just too annoying. It wasn't the wrong way to make this domain. It's just the annoyance was too much. How was that not?
Locked on.
My nose! My nose! Yeah.
Solidify.
Where are you at?
Target acquired.
But it's still time consuming. Okay. Let's do another one. Oh, part members gain. Yeah. Kinda have almost no pyro implications here.
Stabilize.
Target acquired.
Let's get it on!
Lockdown.
Okay.
Gather.
You're dead meat!
I got him cornered.
Right. One more. Yeah, leave. And teleport. And craft. And collect. What? But how? How much of that is needed? Am I stupid here? Huh? For each 30 original resin you use. Oh, I have to use them more. But then it will not happen just right now, so you're stuck with that. Whatever. This was... the story was... mid. I mean, it was a good mid story, but compared to how usually Genshin does it, they can do better. It was like the Natlan reputation quests were. I think Kinichi's was by far the best out of those. It was still simple, but the better simple. This wasn't bad either. I liked the foreshadowing part of it, and some hidden meanings, but I think they were not cooking that well. Not just with all the Repu quests, because these are essentially the story quests for these characters. So while the main story is much better, these are eh. But I'm curious about the rest of the world quests, how they do. Even though I'm not sure that I will stream those. That's a lot of reading and it takes a lot of time. But we'll see. For this one, thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.